time is getting short, Dusty Rhodes.
Get ready.
2 weeks.
Because it's going to be like a bad dream.
Well, you're not the boss anymore.
Your ego couldn't take it, could it?
You ain't the one calling the shots.
I still got boom, boom, Dust. We're going to have some fun in Spartanburg.
Here live in Spartanburg, tribute to Starrcade. Thousands of fans have come down here just to see this tribute. Sir, what are you here hoping to see tonight?
Wrestling.
Wrestling, not sports entertainment, wrestling.
Right, that's correct.
Dusty Rhodes, Terry.
Blood.
You want to see some blood?
Yeah.
All right. Who's your favorite person on the show here tonight?
Who's here, and I'll tell you who's my favorite.
Oh, you don't know who's here?
I don't know.
The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes is here, baby.
I love Dusty.
Terry Funk is here, baby.
Funky, man. Funky.
Thank you very much, and we'll get back to you. How about you people over here? Give me some who you're here to see tonight.
All of them.
All of them.
All the people that made wrestling real.
All right. All right. Now, were any of you people at some of the other Starrcades?
Been to every one of them.
Oh, you've been to every one? Were you at
two? I was in Greensboro, saw the Flair for the Gold, saw everything. The dog collar match between Roddy Piper and Greg Valentine. Seen them all.
So what's your favorite Starrcade moment?
All of them.
Well, give me one.
The quit match between Magnum TA and Tully Blanchard was the best.
An absolute classic.
I think, yeah, that had to be probably the best one.
All right, let's move on and talk to some more fans down here. Hey, everybody, come on, let's have some Starrcade chants here. All right, who are you looking forward to seeing tonight at the tribute to Starrcade?
Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes. Dusty's your favorite?
Yeah, I think so.
Were you at any of the Starrcade shows?
No.
You weren't? Well, what would you like to say to Dusty right in the camera there? You love him?
Oh, yeah, I love him. Just kick butt tonight.
Can you do a Dusty Rhodes imitation?
No.
You can't do a Dusty Rhodes imitation? You do a Dusty Rhodes imitation? All right. And right here we have a bionic elbow, if you will. Tell me about Starrcade tonight. Have you been to some of the great Starrcade events? Or what are you looking forward to most tonight?
Everything.
Everything. What about you, sir?
Baby doll.
Baby doll. Baby doll. She doesn't like that, does she? Okay, let's talk to some more. How about you guys? Hold on a minute.
They'll have their match when they get back home.
I don't know if we could put that on the DVD here. All right. Everybody down here, welcome to Tribute to Starrcade. Hey, kids, who are you looking forward to seeing here tonight? Dusty Rhodes, Terry Funk?
Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes.
All right. Give a hey, Dusty, right into the camera.
Hey, Dusty.
All right. That's for you, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And we go down here. Sir, have you been to any Starrcade events?
Oh, yeah.
Which was your favorite Starrcade moment?
I don't know if there is a favorite moment.
Well, the one you remember the best. Was it Ric Flair regaining the title from Harley Race in the cage at the first Starrcade with Gene Kiniski as referee?
That was a good one.
All right.
But I'd have to say one with Mick Foley. Anything with Mick Foley.
Anything with Mick Foley. What about the Skywalkers, Midnight Express, all the way up on the scaffold?
They're good, too.
All right. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, what about you, sir?
I love it all. We came to see Mick.
You came to see Mick tonight. Okay. And what about you, sir? Your favorite Starrcade moment?
Ric Flair and Terry Funk.
Ric Flair and Terry Funk.
Yes.
Okay. Favorite Starrcade moment, Ric Flair, Terry Funk. Now, Terry told us today he was not at any Starrcades, but he is here tonight, and I guess you are looking forward to seeing him.
Yes.
You do an imitation of Terry Funk?
No.
Nobody else can do an imitation of Terry Funk. Let's move on over here. How about you people? Tonight, big night here. Have you been to any Starrcades?
A couple.
And what was your favorite Starrcade moment?
Ric Flair and Harley Race.
The first match in the cage?
Mm-hmm.
What do you remember most about that match?
With Ric Flair pinned Harley Race for the world's title.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Hey, everybody. Oh, come on over here. Let's talk Starrcades. Come on over. Come on over here. Come on over here. We're talking your favorite Starrcade moments. Have you been to any Starrcades before this tribute tonight? Well, what are you looking forward to seeing most tonight?
Baby doll.
Baby doll. Another vote for Baby doll over here. What's that? Come on, let's go back here.
She's number one, man. Ivory.
Well, now you're freezing up here. Well, you want to see Mick Foley?
Yeah, Mick Foley. Yeah.
Mick Foley?
Yeah.
I want to see Jay Eagle.
Jay Eagle tonight.
Yeah.
I want to see Jeff Hardy.
Jay Eagle. That's a very interesting Nobody has said that yet tonight. Jay Eagle, your favorite?
No one. Yeah.
All right, so you're here to see
Jay who? Mario.
Jay who? Mario, come on.
But Mario Hogg is in the house. Eagle, run, buddy, because Mario Hogg is coming.
You got that, Eagle. Mario's right here. So what you gonna do, brother?
When Mario Hogg goes hog wild on you.
That's good. That's good. Anybody else over here want to say anything about Starrcade tonight? What about you, sir? About the tribute to Starrcade tonight. What, did you see any Starrcades live or in person or on pay-per-view in the past?
Saw one in Charlotte.
And was that the one where Ric Flair regained the belt, the first one?
He fought Van Vader.
So what was your favorite Starrcade moment? Could you tell us?
Probably that one.
Okay. All right. You here to have a good time tonight?
Yes, sir.
And who you looking forward to seeing tonight? Which wrestler? Dusty Rhodes, Mick Foley, Terry Funk, Dustin Rhodes.
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair's not here tonight, but if he were, he's here to see him. Thank you. This is Bill After with the great fans here at the tribute to Starrcade. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman over here just said he's the greatest Starrcade fan of all time. Your name?
Raymond Maccabee.
And where are you from, Raymond?
Spartanburg.
Okay, so what was your favorite Starrcade moment of all time?
Of all times? Well, first off was Ric Flair against Harley Race. Now, that was the first one.
That was the cage match with Gene Kiniski as the referee.
That's right. And my second one was the I Quit match with Magnum TA and Tully Blanchard.
Yes.
That was my second favorite. The rest of them kind of went downhill from there.
Now, what about the Skywalkers? The scaffold match?
It was pretty good. Now, I'm a big Jim Cornette fan. I like Jim pretty well.
All right, now tell us about tonight, the tribute to Starrcade. Isn't this wonderful that Tony Hunter is putting this on, Carolina Championship Wrestling?
Great. It's wonderful. I'm glad to see all these old wrestlers back again. I won't say old because that puts them in my category, but still.
But you're not a fan. You're not a fan of sports entertainment. Obviously, you're a fan of pro wrestling.
I don't believe in sports entertainment. I like to see a little punching and gouging sometimes. Now, my favorite wrestler of all time was Johnny Valentine, of course. That was before Starrcade, and Rip Hawk was another one.
Sure, and his son Greg Valentine is here tonight.
Greg's a good one too. But I remember Rip Hawk used to say his favorite hold was the eye gouge and the choke hold, and I think that was pretty much for him.
And Rip Hawk is in here tonight in spirit.
Yep.
So thank you very much. With the self-proclaimed number one Starrcade fan in the world, this is Bill Apter at the tribute to Starrcade. Thank you. All right, we've got. Excuse me, sir. Sir, we're doing interviews with fans here. Are you a wrestling fan?
I used to be a big wrestling fan.
You're here at Starrcade. What wrestler are you waiting to see here tonight?
And when I was a little kid, I looked up to Terry Funk so much, and now to get to meet him and get to see him in action, and even referee his match, going to be a big treat.
Wait, you're going to referee his match?
Yeah, they're letting fans referee matches now. It's going to be awesome. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, sir. Your name? Your name?
Mick Foley. And you're going to hear from me one day because I'm going to send a letter into Vince McMahon. I'm going to tell him I'm going to be the next big thing happening. And one day,
thank you, sir. We're out of time. Thank you very much.
Hey, you don't think I know what the score is? Well, I do know what the score is. Who am I in the ring with? I'll tell you who I'm in the ring with. I'm with Dusty Rhodes' kid, Dustin. That's who I'm in the ring with. Well, where is Dusty Rhodes now? Dusty Rhodes is in New York City. Well, let me ask you something else. Where is the referee, Mick Foley, who's making more money? A referee is making more money than what I make every night. And where is he? He's right in that ring, and he's in New York City. And that fat goof, Dusty Rhodes, let me say one thing about him. He's sitting there up in New York City with his nose up Vince McMahon's ass. And Vince McMahon has his nose up Dusty Rhodes' ass. You think I don't know what The Rock's been cooking? What has The Rock been cooking? I know what Dusty Rhodes and Vince McMahon's cooking is a bunch of horse shit.
Okay, sir, High Spots, what is that?
There's a High Spots where you can go get the best DVDs, wrestling DVDs, books, and anything online, highspots.com.
Now, you are right here at the tribute to Starrcade and all the great stars here tonight. Who are you looking forward to seeing the most tonight?
I'm here to see the greatest tag team of all time, Beautiful Bobby and Dennis Convery and Jim Cornette, the Midnight Express.
All right. Hey, there are some great shirts over here, and this shirt, come on right over here. We'd like to see this. This is in tribute to Eddie Guerrero. And we're dedicating part of this to his memory tonight. Thank you very much. All right, welcome to the tribute to Starrcade right here in Spartanburg. This is Bill Apter along with the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, and the very famous David Crockett.
You know what? I feel like an elephant sitting on your tongue. You said the Mouth of the South.
I certainly did say that.
He did say that.
I did. That's
Yes,
that
he
list
did.
that I have.
David, this is like old home week. We can back down this area, baby.
Oh, it really is, because I was down here with my father growing up, and brings back a lot of memories.
Jim Crockett Promotions. David, your dad and your brother and you just trailblazed all across the Carolinas, and you're the people who brought Starrcade to us. What do you think about this great evening that Carolina Championship Wrestling has prepared for us tonight?
It is a wonderful evening, especially for these fans, because you're bringing back a tradition that they have been missing and they love.
You know, I've always said the past is still the future, David.
Oh, yes, it is.
Thunderfoot, wasn't Thunderfoot a big part of this territory at one time?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. And, you know, he hadn't changed a bit.
Actually, it was the Thunder Feet. It was 2 Thunderfoots, correct? And this is Thunderfoot number 2 we're looking at against Tater Kirby. David, what do you remember about Thunderfoot?
Well, I'm trying to figure out Tater Kirby. I do not know him. Can you give me a little background on him?
Well, he kind of reminds me of a cross between Plowboy Frazier and Hillbilly Jim.
And, you know, with that, he reminds me a little bit of Klondike Bill.
There you go. I like that.
Yes, somewhat.
All right, backs him in the corner. All right. See, Thunderfoot going in. Good hard elbow right in the chin. Whips him across. Switch now. Very good elbow.
The big elbow by Tater Kirby.
You know, Tater Kirby looks pretty good, boys.
Yes,
Whipping
he does.
Thunderfoot 2 into the ropes and off with that hammer. Going for the press. 1, 2. Only 2, Jimmy Hart.
Well, you know what I like about this Tater Kirby? He went for the pin. A lot of the younger wrestlers now would kind of back up and look at the audience to see if they approved of what they did or not. But this guy went to the pin right away.
He needs to remember that the winner gets paid more money.
Absolutely.
You better believe that.
And a chance at a possible semifinal or a main event right
That
here.
is correct. That is correct.
You know, what a great night of action here. We've got some of the biggest names in the history of the original Starrcade. This is the tribute to Starrcade. You've got the American Dream Dusty Rhodes here tonight. Of course, Terry Funk's here. You've got Dustin Rhodes, the son of Dusty Rhodes, also on the show. The Midnight Express with Jimmy Cornette. The list goes on and on.
Greg Valentine is here, too.
Yes, it's amazing. Terry Funk was never on a Starrcade, and tonight he's getting his chance to show all the people who've come here for it.
All right, backs him in. What happened now? Whips him across. Another good elbow. Goes down. He's trying to do something like Dusty.
Absolutely.
And he went for the pin again. I like that about him. He's trying to wear him down now a little bit, guys. Look.
There's a chin lock by Tater Kirby on Thunderfoot 2. David, have you ever seen Thunderfoot 2 without his mask?
No, I have not.
You have not.
And I'm afraid to.
Do you think that's why he wears a mask?
Could be.
You know, a while ago you had mentioned Greg the Hammer Valentine on the card. I remember our first WrestleMania when I managed Greg the Hammer Valentine up in the WWE, of course. And Greg was a major part of the Carolina territory back then and Georgia Championship Wrestling at one time.
Yes, he was. And
by the way, can I correct that now and say the Mouth of the South?
Thank you very much.
That lisp is gone.
Well, you know, it's been a long day here today. We've had the dinner with all the legends and superstars. We've had the autograph session started at 9:30 this morning. So it's been a fun-filled day.
It's great to have the original NWA family back together again.
You better believe it. Look, we have another celebrity walking by in front of us, Tom Pritchard.
Dr. Tom Pritchard.
Yes. You know, this is turning out, David, to be a pretty good match between Thunderfoot 2 and also Tater Kirby.
it really has. It's a very even match. Now, see, Tater is just wailing on him. I think that was oversight in his part. He needs to take him down on the mat and wear him down.
And, you know, Tater got a little overconfident, I believe. And when he went into the ropes right there, he's got to realize that this Thunderfoot's been around quite a while, so he knows all the tricks.
That is correct. If Thunderfoot will lay in that corner, you think he's hurt, but he really, he's not that hurt.
Absolutely.
He wants to sucker you in. All right, comes in, tries the elbow, misses. He telegraphed that move. That's Tater. Catches him again with an elbow. Goes down. Count of 2.
Well, you know, I like
Kicks
this,
out.
I like this Tater still trying to pin him. Every time he gets a chance, he goes down for the pin.
All right, here he goes. Tries to load that boot.
Yep, he sure did. He did something with that boot over in the corner.
Caught him with the knee.
That
goes
went
down for the pin, and he's using the ropes.
Wait a minute, his feet were on the ropes, David Crockett, for that pin.
Well, look, there's no instant replay here, guys, so it looks like Thunderfoot number 2 has won the match.
Now, the referee obviously didn't see that infraction of the rules, Jimmy Hart.
Absolutely. And, you know, it's hard being a referee. A lot of people, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Tater Kirby is not taking this lying down.
He's going for the boot. He's going for the boot to see what's in it.
He's trying to take that boot off.
It's a reputed loaded boot. There is something in that boot, allegedly. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Thunderfoot 1 has just hit the ring. Thunderfoot 1 coming in to attack Tater Kirby.
The referee's definitely got his hand full now.
The match is over with. There's not anything you can do.
He just went into his trunks and hit Tater with something. Brass knuckles, and now he's taking the referee out.
Now, will he be fined for throwing the referee down?
We got to get somebody in here to restore order.
Well, he's got the boot off now, brother.
Oh, come on. What's going on here? There's no order here at all, Jimmy Hart.
You know, Tater Kirby's in big trouble now, baby. He's got Thunderfoot 1, Thunderfoot 2 on top of him. The referee is taken out of the picture right now. Looks like Thunderfoot 2 just told him to shoot him off into the turnbuckle.
That's right. He's got that shoe up. He catches him in the head.
God, right in the head with that loaded boot. And adding insult to injury, Thunderfoot 1 kicking Tater in the head.
What a great way to start off tonight. The first match, we've got a run in here and double teamed already.
A run in with a tainted victory.
Fans, I'm back in the back with Thunderfoots 1 and 2, and you guys really did a number on Tater Kirby.
What are you trying to say? All we did was go out there and had a good match with the man. It was very simple, and we got it over with in a hurry.
Scuffling Hillbillies, I'm telling you right now, we're going to see you in a couple of months right back here in this same building, the Spartanburg Memorial Auditorium, the famous Spartanburg Memorial Auditorium. You just got a taste firsthand of what Thunderfoot 1 and 2 is all about. And when we come back this time, Kevin Kirby, the Scuffling Hillbillies, I know who you are. You're a local boy from down here in Spartanburg. And the other partner here, I know him as well. We're going to see you in Spartanburg. And this time, Thunderfoot 1 and 2 is going to kick your teeth in. We have no loaded boot. We've never had a loaded boot. You've accused us of having a loaded boot. There is nothing is wrong with this man's...
Listen. I was born a child, and I had a small leg on one side. That's why I have to wear that boot. But I'm handicapped. They're giving me a hard time. I'm really fed up now. From now on, Buster, when I step in that ring, it's going to be not taters, but French fries, brother. We're going to chip you up and spit you out.
Danny
That's
Parrish,
what we're about.
There's nothing wrong with his leg. There's nothing wrong with his foot. I'm tired.
Did you say anything about it? Did you say...
I'm sick and
I want to
tired
know
of
right now.
everybody
Did you say anything?
There's been some allegations. I'm going to
Allegations my rear end, Danny Parrish. You know there's nothing wrong with this man's boot. You know there's nothing wrong with it.
Reporters are. You're making stuff up all the time. There's nothing wrong with this foot right here, except it's a little shorter than the other one. It's always been that way, and I'll never, ever do anything to cheat.
We will
never.
see you in Spartanburg in a couple of months back here, Scuffling Hillbillies. Be ready for the Thunderfoots.
There you got it, fans. Fans, I'm back in the back with Mr. Number 1, Gorgeous George South, and tonight it's a battle of the old school in the NWA right here in CCW. You got an old foe in Rocky King.
Man, you know something? It's took a long, long time for tonight to take place. You know, Rocky King, I about forgot about you, brother. You know, they ain't nothing that me and you ain't done together, brother. But tonight, we're going to dance one more time. The Memorial Auditorium, Rocky King, you know how many times me and you tagged in this building. Well, tonight, when that bell rings, we're going to be looking each other right in the eye. And you see, Rocky King, this is a claw glove right here from Black Jack Mulligan, buddy. And I'm going to put it on your head, and I'm going to squeeze. And see, Mr. Dan Parrish, Rocky, I love you, but I'll knock you out, buddy, with one punch tonight.
There you got it from Mr. Number 1. You don't want to miss out on Mr. Number 1, George South, and Rocky King on a collision course.
Hello, everyone. Once again, this is Bill Apter for the CCW Tribute to Starrcade. Rocky King, tonight it's you against George South. The two of you have been tag team partners. You've been enemies. What are you trying to prove tonight?
Well, I want to say hello, Bill. How you doing? George, we go way, way, way back. I remember seeing your little kid growing up. I remember walking the street with you. We've been in this place so many times. I cannot, when I came, I had cold chill tonight. But let me tell you something, buddy. I ain't been sitting at home just eating apple pies. George, I'm going to beat you like you stole that last $5 from your mama. And don't remember in Kansas City, you remember we started there? We're going to end it right here tonight. Bill, you better get in the way because I'll slap you too.
Rocky King a bit agitated right here against George South. There are a lot of Rocky King fans here today, and this is my first look at the Brick, George South's manager, or his bodyguard.
Well, you know what? I'm really impressed. Rocky King looks great. Looks like he hadn't aged a bit. I like the...
He is really trimmed down.
Absolutely. Looks fabulous.
Yeah. That means he's going to be a lot faster than George South.
I like that. Maybe that's why the Brick came out to be the bodyguard for George South, because maybe George South realized that as great as Rocky King looks, that George South could be in a lot of trouble tonight.
Well, in a pre-match interview today, Rocky King told me that he's got to prove something to George South, that he was the better of their tag team and that his win-loss record is better than George South, and tonight he's going to try and prove that.
But you know, I like this John South. He's got this 316 jacket on, and
yes.
I know earlier today he had Jesus Saves on his T-shirt, so looks like he's a Christian athlete. So let's hopefully he doesn't cheat tonight and lives by the golden rule.
He is a very religious man, but his religion in the ring, Jimmy Hart, is rule breaking.
So he leaves it outside the ring, his religion.
Well, I'm about ready to get this match started, guys.
Well, what George is trying to do, we see it so many times, where he's trying to psych the opponent out, getting frustrated, and once you get frustrated, you lose control, then George takes over.
And you know, David Crockett, I believe you really hit the nail right on the head, baby.
And of course, the Brick being at ringside there, some more intimidation for his opponent, Rocky King.
That is true, because even if he does nothing at all, he's thinking about the guy outside, and Rocky King is really wrestling two people at that point.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I tell you, if he don't get the match started pretty soon, High Spots is going to run out of tape.
High Spots has always got extra tape with them, Jimmy. I know them.
I hope.
Always extra tape.
See, George South, can't even say it now. South.
Yes, like mouth of the South.
Yes. See, he's good. He's good.
Tongue twister.
He does not have the stamina of Rocky King, so he's trying to stall as much as possible.
Well, we don't really know that, do we? I mean, you haven't seen George South in a while, correct, David?
Yes, that's true.
So I know George has been dedicating himself recently to training and working on his breathing, and he tells me he's ready for anything tonight.
Well, that's good.
So hopefully it's a different George South than the one you're referring to.
Speaking of training, George South's got a heck of a tan. He must live in Florida.
All right, Rocky King now wringing the left arm of George South.
Rocky needs to take him down on the mat because George South outweighs him. So you
side headlock by Rocky King. George South shoots him into the ropes. Rocky off with a shoulder block, and George South doesn't know what hit him.
Well, you know what's good, too? Both matches so far has kept everything in the ring. A lot of times you go to see a lot of the matches. They're all on the floor in the first, second, third, and fourth match over the railing in the audience. So this is great, letting the fans really to see the way wrestling should be, right in the middle of the ring.
Very true, Jimmy Hart. George South having some issues with the fans now. And there is the Brick making his presence known around the ring. Big guy, isn't he?
You know, he's very big. He looks very familiar. He kind of reminds me of Sebastian Booger, one of the former wrestlers up in the WWE.
Yes. Remember him very well. Now retired and living somewhere in Michigan. Rocky once again working on that left arm, trying to tear George South down.
Wearing him down.
Yes.
We've got the two photographers here tonight from Aruba that flew all the way in here to make sure they could be part of this tribute to Starrcade tonight.
Yes, and also there's press here from all the magazines in Japan, Jimmy Hart.
Speaking Speaking of magazines, Bill, when are you going to start your new endeavor, a brand new magazine coming out?
Well, no new magazine endeavor right now, but I am writing a monthly column for a magazine in Italy, which is titled Tutto Wrestling.
Tutto.
I thought you were going to tell me you were going to write a new book. I was going to, oh, please, that's all we
Good, hard slam.
Oh!
Beautiful.
And there's a little boogie-woogie in Rocky King there.
He needs to get on him, though. Do not let George South recover from this.
What's he doing to the referee? It looks very vulgar.
Well, it does indeed look vulgar. But George South is trying to buy some time right now.
That's right.
And by tying up the referee, he's doing the job.
I am really impressed over Rocky King. He looks like he's probably in the greatest shape of his life now.
Rocky trying to rally the troops here. In a sold-out capacity crowd right here in Spartanburg, South Carolina. David Crockett. This was the site of weekly TVs for Jim Crockett Promotions back in the 80s.
That it was. All right.
Now, see, this is what's wrong with this.
That is true.
The referee just caught the brick pulling the foot. I was watching the referee saw it. Now, he should really send this guy to the back.
Well, he's just given him a warning, but that's not good enough. There's a claw hold by George South, and we rarely see the claw hold applied by anyone anymore.
Well, didn't he say he's from Texas now? That's the claw was made famous by the Von Erich family.
Absolutely. George South taking a page out of the Von Erich playbook there. Rocky King trying to punch his way out of it. Another trying to pound to the midsection of George South, but South once again takes him down.
Well, this is the crowd. The crowd is really behind Rocky King.
Rocky's fighting it. Fires one in the midsection.
Oh!
He waited just a second too long to go in.
What a tactical mistake.
Well,
you don't wait.
He was overconfident.
Goes back with the claw, applying that pressure.
He wants to squash Rocky King's head, Jimmy Hart.
Well, he looks like he's just trying to wear him down slowly but surely. I think that's what he's going to do before he makes his big move on Rocky King.
To show you what great shape Rocky King is in, as you know, the claw hold used to be one of the top finishing maneuvers in professional wrestling, but Rocky is in such great shape, he's able to power up from it.
Look, he's fighting back, guys.
Yes, he is. Fighting back. All right, goes in the ropes. Good hip toss. All right, George. He's waiting too long. He's waiting too long.
I'm telling you, Rocky's going to need the people behind him to win this match.
Yes, he is.
Oh, a devastating knee drop, but it's got Rocky mad.
Look, George South hurt his knee.
Rocky King making a spectacular comeback here into the ropes, and it's a sleeper hold.
Look, he's got him in the sleeper. This could be it. Look, the referee's looking at him. He's asking George South. Look, the brick is up on the apron. Big mistake, Rocky.
George South goes into his trunks. He's putting something in his glove.
He's loading that glove. Oh, a tactical mistake by George South. And Rocky King takes it.
You know what? That was almost like a ghost. His arm went right through Rocky King and knocked him out. How did that happen?
That'll teach George Strait to put a foreign object in that claw hand.
George Strait?
Did I say George Strait? George South.
Have you been drinking?
No, George Strait's my favorite country singer, though.
He's been drinking again. He's been drinking again.
Put that Pepsi away.
Well, George goes straight to the cleaners here as Rocky King beats him for the victory.
Listen, playing that Soul Man music.
And of course, Tony Atlas, one of the stars of Jim Crockett Promotions. How many years, David Crockett, did Tony Atlas appear down here?
Oh, Lord.
It was almost forever, wasn't it?
Forever. I remember when he first came to us, a young wrestler, no direction, and just strong as an ox, working with different wrestlers, training. He became a great star.
Great charisma as well.
I'll tell you what, Tracy Smothers is going to be in trouble if he tries to go strength against strength with Tony Atlas, boys.
Right, he can't do that.
Tony's always talking about that cover of Pro Wrestling Illustrated, people I used to work for, where he is pressing Hulk Hogan over his head and gorilla pressing him and slamming him, and Tony claims to be the first person really to ever have done that.
I believe that.
Very few people have ever done that to Hulk Hogan.
That is correct.
Once again, it looks like Tony is going to be the crowd favorite here tonight, guys.
Why Tracy Smothers is having issues with the fans right now is beyond me.
Again, stall tactic to where Tony will get confused or frustrated.
Well, it seems like this is a current theme of every match tonight.
Referee ordering Tracy Smothers to get out of the face of the fans and get in and wrestle Tony Atlas.
Well, I tell you, Tony looks great. He is in great shape. Look at his arms. Look at his legs.
And very calm, very cool and collected.
Very good. Started off with the USA champs. He got all the people behind him when he first came out.
The two of them locking up, and Atlas taking the advantage, taking Smothers into the corner. Clean break.
Yes, it is. He's trying to distract the referee. Both men sort of feeling each other out.
Well, you know, Tony's never been a quick starter.
No.
He's always kind of paced himself, taking his time, because sometimes his matches might go 15, 20, or 30 minutes. Clean break, there you go.
That's 2 in a row. What is Smothers complaining about?
Well, one thing for sure, Smothers won't be pulling Tony Atlas's hair tonight.
This is not the Tracy Smothers that I remember. That nice clean-cut kid.
Well, you forget that was over 22 years ago.
Well, that's the Tracy Smothers I prefer to remember.
And plus, well, the way you've been mispronouncing your words tonight, we know you've got something in that Pepsi.
That's usually
Gordon Soley.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, indeed. Thank you very much.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
Listen to the crowd. Tony.
All right, they lock up again, go in the corner.
Well, let's see if he gets the same courtesy of a clean break. Yes.
Tony now saying that Smothers pulled his hair. You have to have tweezers to do that.
And the fans agreed with him.
I guess we'll have to see photographic proof of that.
I'll tell you what, Tony has really aged so well, guys. He just looks so fabulous and so fantastic. He looks better than some of the younger guys that are in the wrestling
Absolutely.
ring in some of the other areas.
He's ageless. Oh, there's Tracy Smothers trying to be Tony Atlas. Look at him be mocking Tony Atlas.
He did a little slapping of his stomach like Kamala, the Ugandan giant.
Kamala, he is not.
Absolutely. What a great crowd we have here tonight, guys. I mean,
excellent crowd. Jimmy,
yeah, baby.
I want to talk to you about this match that you're managing, the Barbarian.
The Barbarian, one half of the Powers of Pain, one half of, one of the members of the Dungeon of Doom, led by the Taskmaster Kevin Sullivan. We had him in WCW for so many years, and I agreed to go to the ringside tonight with him. And on the other side of the ring, we're facing the Masked Superstar with some DJ clown from 96.7 Real Radio here on one of the radio stations yesterday. He said, Jimmy Hart, I'm going to show you that I'm smart enough to be a wrestling manager, and I'm telling you the Masked Superstar is going to beat the Barbarian. And I said, you got to be kidding me. So this guy's going to be at ringside against the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. It's going to be brain against brain, baby.
Could this also turn into a physical confrontation between the two of you? Are you ready?
I hope he's got Blue Cross Blue Shield.
He's a big guy.
He sure is.
Good hip toss by Tony Atlas.
But I'm fast on my feet.
Takes again. Smothers wisely backs into that corner.
You know, those are kind of like arm drags or just half arm drags. He's so big. I just cannot believe how big the arms are on Tony Atlas. Bill Apter, don't go to sleep on us over here now. What have you got in that drink, man?
It's straight Pepsi-Cola.
Okay.
Well, I usually drink Diet Coke caffeine-free. It's the caffeine that's doing it.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful.
It's the caffeine that's doing it. Tracy Smothers once again pounding Tony Atlas in the corner. Oh, and scratching on the back.
Puts him on the ropes now.
Referee calling for the
Pulling
break.
at his eyes.
Well, really, that's a pretty good maneuver by Tracy Smothers.
It's true because he can't match him for muscle.
Absolutely. But he's just trying to wear him down a little bit.
Tracy Smothers working on the throat of Tony Atlas. And now grabbing a handful of eyes.
I wonder if Tracy will use his famous hold, the Shinnonomaki.
I haven't not
He
seen
just might. He just might.
I haven't seen him use that in quite some time.
Looks like he's setting him up for it.
Atlas completely dazed from the attack of Tracy Smothers. Once again, taking Tony Atlas down to the mat.
And see, that's the best part about Tracy. If I was him, I wouldn't be worrying about the people singing and dancing. I'd stay on top of this guy. Keep him on the mat. Don't give him a chance to get up, because once they get Tony Atlas back up, then at any moment, he can get his wind back. He can get his stamina back, and all of a sudden, Tracy Smothers could be in trouble.
Smothers whipping him into the ropes. Off there with a clothesline.
A left-handed clothesline.
Tony tried to do something, but he just did not have the power to do it.
And 1, 2, and Tony Atlas powers out.
All right, Smothers didn't hook the leg, and Tony's so strong he was able to kick out.
A chin lock now by Tracy Smothers.
He's got to wear him down. He's got to get Tony Atlas on the mat. That's his only hope that Tracy Smothers is going to have.
Smothers now using the ropes for leverage, and the referee cannot see it.
Well, Smothers wisely positions himself between he and the referee.
You know, I think the photographer at ringside was the one that had his hand on the rope.
No, Jimmy Hart, look, blatantly, Tracy Smothers has got his legs up on the rope.
Oh, you know what? I just saw it just then. I'm sorry.
Did you?
I thought it was a photographer. I saw the ropes jingling, and these photographers get they're like the paparazzi. You know, they're in the way all the time.
Yes, they are.
I used to know one of them really well. Okay, Tony Atlas working to get up, and he does, and there's an elbow to the midsection of Tracy Smothers.
Takes him back down. Uses the trunks, by the way.
Not according to Tracy Smothers,
Right.
however. Smothers once again with that chin lock.
And cutting a little wind off from the throat of Tony Atlas. Look, Tony's mouth is wide open. He's gasping for air, and that's the only way to bring this big guy down.
The referee checking to make sure it's not a chokehold. And Atlas is in trouble.
That he is. Smothers, smart wrestler, wear him down until he really can, because he's got those big guns. Talking about Tony, you know, if he wear him down, he really cannot pick him up.
Absolutely, and Smothers is a master of psychology as well. Tony Atlas trying his best to get back onto his feet. Can he do it?
Well, look, the fans are starting to get behind Tony Atlas, and every time the fans get behind him, it gives him the enthusiasm and the strength to get back on his feet.
Tony's just about there. Smothers fires on him, right to the head. Tony goes down. Smothers goes right back. Chin lock. Has it in there, just wearing him down.
I wonder how many warnings the referee's going to give Smothers before he disqualifies him.
Well, it seems to me this referee is very laid back and just wouldn't call for a disqualification, Jimmy.
Oh, there goes the USA chant. I mean, you know, I think this is what Tony Atlas really needs to get back on his feet, buddy, the USA chant.
He needs the fans. He needs them behind him to pump him up.
By the way, the USA chant does not mean, though, that Tracy Smothers is a foreigner. Is that correct?
That means that when Tony Atlas came out to the ring and got the people chanting USA, I think all of a sudden he became the fan favorite.
Absolutely.
All right.
And of course,
I think Smothers is knocking some sense into Tony.
And of course, Tony wearing that red, white, and blue doesn't hurt
Yes, he
either,
does.
right?
That is true. Hard into the turnbuckle. Tony takes Smothers around. He says, "Here goes."
Oh!
On to the next one.
Does it again. Next turnbuckle.
This is like a four corners match.
And Tracy Smothers is seeing stars. The stars of USA.
Back into the turnbuckle. Smothers goes down, rolls around on the mat. Tony now challenging. Smothers goes right for the eyes.
Oh, and a knee left right to the gut of Tony Atlas. And punching him in the corner, whipping Atlas into the corner. Tony moving out of the way. Tony Atlas mounting the ropes.
Headbutt. Smothers goes down. Tony goes for the pin. Count of 3.
And he's got him. Tony Atlas victorious in his match against Tracy Smothers.
And look, this is smart. Tony Atlas got the win and got right out of the ring.
Fans, I'm back in the back with the wild-eyed Southern boy, Tracy Smothers.
World, man. What's your name?
Dan.
Dan. Everybody saw in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Everybody just saw right here at the tribute to Starrcade. They just saw that Tony Atlas. He punched me. He pulled my hair. He pulled my tights. And he hit me with an illegal headbutt, man. He knocked me out, and I lost the match. I've never lost a match in my life. There's something still in there. I'm going to the Carolina Championship Board. I'm going to something because I think I got concussion number 29. Tony Atlas, due to your unsportsmanlike conduct, which you and all of Spartanburg, South Carolina, has treated Psycho Smasher Smokey Smothers. I, sellout Psycho Smasher Smokey Smothers, will never, ever come back to Spartanburg, South Carolina again. But Tony Atlas, this ain't over. It's just getting started.
That's a big bodyguard Mass Superstar has with him, David, from the radio station.
Yes, it is. Now, the DJ. Where is the DJ?
By the way, we do want to thank 96.7 for allowing us on the radio all week to promote this this spectacular show.
Well, you better do it now because Jimmy Hart and the Barbarian have anything to say about it. They'll probably send you a bill tomorrow.
Hey, where's Jimmy Hart's megaphone?
I don't know.
I saw it in the back, but I don't see it out here.
That's one of his main things, is his megaphone.
All right, Mass Superstar now backing the Barbarian into a corner, and we're getting a clean break here, David.
Not for long. Not for long. They tie up, go back into the corner again. Barbarian's there, positioned, backs up. Clean. Superstar catches him. Double chops to the neck. Down on the mat goes the Barbarian.
The Barbarian, the first one to break the rules tonight in this match. Referee ordering the Barbarian to get back into the ring. We don't want him to lose by countout this early in the fray.
No, we do not.
All right, once again, the Barbarian and the Mass Superstar locking up. And the Barbarian ringing the left arm and Superstar reversing it. Turns it into a wrist lock. That's a painful hold. Has anyone ever done that to you, David?
No, they have not.
No, all right. Well, I hope you never have to experience that kind of pain. The Barbarian now down on his knees as the Mass Superstar keeps working on that left wrist and arm.
If anybody's ever out there had their rotator cuff problem, that's what that's causing right now.
I know I asked you this. I asked you this about the Thunderfoot, but have you ever seen Mass Superstar without his mask?
No.
No. Okay. A lot of people here from parts unknown tonight.
That is true. Do you really think I would tell you if I did see them? That's, that is the ultimate in secrets.
Well, it wouldn't be giving it away. You couldn't tell me exactly what he looked like. Unless you had a photograph.
The Barbarian. What is this? Everybody's bringing something out to hit somebody in the head. The Barbarian.
Looks like he's got a foreign object. Oh my God, right into the head of the Mass Superstar. The Mass Superstar writhing in pain on the mat, and the Barbarian says he didn't do anything wrong. Barbarian trying for a pin, but the Masked Superstar putting his foot on the ropes. Superstar coming off the ropes, and there was Barbarian with a left elbow to the throat of the Masked Superstar. I'm surprised Jimmy Hart is managing somebody so dastardly, David.
Jimmy Hart recognizes talent.
I understand that.
The Barbarian's talent.
Well, so is the Masked Superstar. Barbarian now with Superstar trapped on the ropes with a big knee to the throat. Does the Barbarian know there are rules in wrestling matches?
He has the only instinct to win.
Very well said, sir.
Both men firing punches back and forth.
The Barbarian now with an abdominal stretch.
I haven't seen that since George Becker.
Neither have I.
He applies that pressure. He has it hooked. Doesn't quite have the leg down, though.
Actually, I haven't seen this since Sandy Scott applied it.
This is to wear him down. Has him in the center of the ring.
Working on those back and neck muscles, which is where the abdominal stretch takes its toll on the body.
He's got the leg. Hip toss there.
Do you remember the days when you could not get out of an abdominal stretch?
Yes.
And it seems that wrestlers today, and even the veterans now know how to power out of these finishing holds.
They're so strong today. They have so much bulk. It's hard to get your legs around them.
Absolutely, absolutely. The Barbarian now whipping the Masked Superstar into the corner. And whatever wait a minute, he's going into his trunks again. There's that DJ as Jimmy Hart was trying to get up onto the ring. There's a confrontation going on between Jimmy Hart and the DJ. However, that's deflecting.
Wait a minute. Superstar has the chain. He has got the chain.
Yes, he does. He's got a chain. And he smashes the Barbarian with the chain. And that's it. The Barbarian, with use of that chain, knocks out. The Masked Superstar, with the use of that chain, knocks out the Barbarian, and he won.
Turnabout is fair play.
Jimmy Hart. A chain on the right fist of the Masked Superstar.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. 6.7 Real Rock. That guy tried to attack me. You saw it. The whole world saw it. I'm getting me a lawyer when this is over with.
All right, fans, I'm back in the back. I got Brad Anderson and Mike Starr of the Starr Corporation. Guys, maybe tonight's feud with David Flair will culminate into an end.
David Flair, you know, you just don't get it. You're too much like your old man. I've been trying forever to tell you. We got Tully Blanchard here. We've got an Anderson here. A Flair's here. You got every opportunity to reignite the Four Horsemen, but you don't want to do it. All you want to do is look good. Now, all you have to do is cross that line with me. And not only are we here, there's a big other side that we love to beat up on, and that's the Rhodes Clan. We can take them down, David Flair. Now, it's your choice. I'm either going to whip your tail and kick your ass, or you can come with me and we can whip their tail and kick their ass.
David Flair, it's laying on the desk right over here to my left. The most lucrative management contract in the business today. All you have to do is sign it and we can call tonight's spot off.
David Flair, there's a buzz going around the dressing room, not just about your match against Brad Anderson tonight.
Bill Apter, I already know. There's a contract they want me to sign. They want me to be a part of their group.
Absolutely. So you're going to do it?
Well, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do. Do you think I should do it?
Well, what about your match against Brad Anderson tonight?
Well, have you seen the past few matches we've gone on?
Yes, I have.
And what was the outcome of that?
They've all been brawls.
Well, do you think I want to be a part of a group of people like that?
Well, you have to answer that question.
I'm the son of the 17-time world heavyweight champion.
But I know, but you're a very volatile type of. Your mind is like sometimes it just doesn't work in the same way every other wrestler's mind works. So
What are you saying, Bill?
Well,
I'm saying I'm mentally challenged?
Somewhat.
What are you saying?
Somewhat. So, are you going to accept the offer if they present it to you tonight?
You know, I don't know what I'm going to do. I got a big match to think about right now, and I don't know what I'm going to do.
Okay, David Flair against Brad Anderson, and will he become a part of Mike Starr's army? Now, David and Jimmy, there's a very interesting story that's been developing between these two. Mike Starr, the manager of Brad Anderson, is reputedly ready to offer a contract to David Flair to be a member of his stable.
Well, you know, I don't blame him because you see David Flair, second-generation wrestler. I mean, this guy is fabulous. He's awesome.
I got somebody bringing it to you. I got your promos in the back. Okay. I got somebody coming out. Thank you so much.
And again, the history of the families of this match. David Flair, the son of the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Brad Anderson, the son of Gene Anderson.
They're all related. Ric Flair, right?
Cousin.
Minnesota. Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, from the Minnesota Wrecking Crew. That Gene and Ole Anderson brought Ric Flair in. For so many years, he was tagging up with him.
Correct. So this match takes on even more drama.
Family feud.
Survey says Brad Anderson doesn't like the woo coming from the crowd.
I've always liked David Flair. You know, he reminds me so much of his dad, so much. He doesn't have the bleach blonde hair, of course, but he's great in the ring, second-generation wrestler. He's quick. He's got all
good
the moves.
chop. Good, another good chop. Yes, he does have a lot of his father. Hard chops to the chest. Again and again.
What's so great, too, no matter anybody in the country, when they give anybody a chop, the people, out of respect to Ric Flair, they always go, woo!
That is correct.
Brad Anderson scurrying out of the ring and trying to be consoled a little bit by Mike Starr.
Brad, just like Ole and Gene, when they got in trouble, they'd go out of the ring, gain composure, then they'll come right back in. Good hard chops again. Trading blows back and forth. Brad Anderson and David Flair.
Up and over as Brad Anderson crashes to the mat.
You know, these two guys look in great shape. They're just very quick, very fast.
Trading blows again, back and forth, chopping, fist.
Those chops not just reminiscent of his dad, Ric Flair, but of the great Wahoo McDaniel. You remember those tomahawk chops?
Oh, yes.
You know what? David Flair's pretty smart wearing a T-shirt out there because when the Anderson kid got ready to chop him back, it really doesn't hurt him as bad.
That's true. Tactical move. And a little of the Nature Boy coming out of the sun again.
Not a little. He is the spitting image of his dad years ago. Watch his hands. Watch his hands. His fingers. He moves his fingers. David Flair moves his fingers just like his dad. But David Flair is his own man, though.
You know, you're right, because he doesn't dress colorful like his dad. He doesn't wear the flashy robes.
He spent many years trying to come out of the shadow of his father, and he certainly has done it.
Yeah. The same thing with Brad Anderson.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, to me, if you're really going to come out of the shadow of your famous dad, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, in this case wrestling, you're going to change your name.
Well, what do you suggest he changes his name to?
I don't know. Give me a couple of minutes, and I'll think about it.
Think about that. That would be a really good. I'd like to hear that answer from you, Jimmy Hart. There's Mike Starr with that cane to the back of David Flair. The referee warning Starr that he's going to send Brad home if he continues that.
I think I almost broke my ankle coming out of the ring, and it swelled up. I need a bag of ice to put on my
Right now, you look.
Real fucked up bad.
Brad Anderson now has that arm bar. He should have gone. If his manager is going to hit somebody with a cane, he should go back to that position.
Well, you see, the other thing that takes place here is the referee is now watching 3 people instead of 2.
Well, you know, he's working on the arm. He's got him on his hands and knees. He's trying to wear him down. He's trying to get some kind of submission on him.
Well, Mike Starr can't wait to get that cane connected with David Flair's head. Flair trying to punch his way out.
Good knee right in the midsection, knocks the wind out, goes right back to the arm, down on the mat to control him.
I'm very impressed with how aggressive Brad is in this match. Brad Anderson obviously just taking everything out of the playbook of the Andersons. Just work on one part of the body, tear him down. Vicious knees, double knee to the back and arm of David Flair.
Can I get some ice to put on my ankle? What you call it's rogue.
We're trying to get medical help for Jimmy Hart here.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
What happened to you?
Well, the DJ came up, he assaulted me with my back turned. I've got a major lawsuit. I've just called my attorney that worked for F. Lee Bailey. Of course, F. Lee Bailey's passed away, but the same law office is handling my case for me. But I've got a major lawsuit against the promoter here. The ring was not safe conditions. The fan threw ice on the floor. I slipped on it. So it's going to be a major lawsuit before this is over, I promise.
Brad Anderson staying with the arm, applies that pressure. He's very content just to wear him down, wear that arm down.
And it's really good because Brad Anderson is slowly tearing him down. It's step by step. He's not being very reckless. He knows what he's doing in there. He had a game plan before he came in here. Okay.
He and his manager.
Oh, wait a minute.
Holding the legs on the ropes.
Wait a minute. Why the necessity to do this? Here you have a fine athlete like Brad Anderson. Why does he have to cheat?
On the ropes again, applying that pressure.
Currently the cards totally stacked against David Flair as Mike Starr, the manager, and Brad Anderson on the attack. Once again, Mike Starr. The referee caught him. The referee has caught him. Send him back to the locker room.
That should be a disqualification right there. That match should be thrown out once the manager gets caught.
All right. Brad, hard slam. David Flair's arm was behind him.
The big foot, nobody home.
Both men slow in getting up.
Look, he's fighting back now. He's on his hands and knees, but he's trying to make a heck of a comeback.
That was the advantage that David Flair needed, but Brad Anderson once again taking charge. Anderson now with a handful of David Flair's hair.
David favoring that arm. Goes across into the ropes. David kicks him right in the face. David still stunned. Hard chop with his good arm again and again.
But once again, Brad Anderson coming back. Now it's anybody's ball game.
Got him up, got him up, got him up. Just about. Can it take him off? Yeah.
Got him. He got him.
As stunned as David Flair is, he was able to do that. 1, 2.
He's up, he's up.
He's an Anderson. He's not going to give up so easily.
Oh, there goes a T-shirt, baby.
Firing away. Across into the ropes. Oh, wait a minute. What's he doing? What's the manager doing?
Mike Starr
his own man.
He got the wrong guy, which has given David Flair the advantage to grab that left leg and time to go to school right here in Spartanburg.
Figure 4 leg lock.
Got it down. He's got it hooked.
He's locked it
in. He puts on the pressure.
The people are standing up. That's it. The bell. The bell.
And that's it. David Flair wins with his father's signature move, the figure 4 leg lock. Woo!
What's up, Spartanburg? Hey, it's nice to be
you probably one of the greatest moments of your career. Let's go back to 1987 and the Crockett Cup. It was the two of you beating the Gladiators to earn a spot in the Crockett Cup. Tell us about that victory.
Well, Bill, it's one of our highlights of our career. And to be a part of Jim Rock Promotion and Starrcade to you tonight is the most wonderful feeling. We fans! I mean, we grow up being fans. We got to do the American dream that we want to do. And that can become a special life.
Would you like to elaborate on that?
Well, we come here when we were this tall. And now we come here when we're this tall. But we were sitting out there when we were this tall. Now we in here, and Monkey Mania is back in the year 2006.
Let me ask you this.
Fans, I'm in the back with Greg the Hammer Valentine tonight. A dog collar match with Chief J. Eagle, and I know you're out to settle some scores.
Same place, Spartanburg Memorial Auditorium. Been the scene of a lot of my battles, but I tell you what, the last time I was here, I was embarrassed because I'm a legend. I'm a Hall of Famer in wrestling, and I let this skinny Indian beat me in a strap match. But you know something? I was a fool for signing that match. Wahoo McDaniel, I could never beat him in his own match, his Indian strap match. But you know something? Tonight, I brought along the dog collar. The dog collar, and I learned a lot about the dog collar match of all those brutal matches that I had with Roddy Piper. I didn't just have one at Starrcade. I had a bunch of them. And now I know what it's all about. The dog collar match, Greg the Hammer Valentine against Chief J. Eagle or J. Chicken. He's going down tonight to the Hammer, and I'm gonna wrap him up in that big truck tire chain. I'm gonna choke the life out of him. It's all over for J. Eagle tonight.
J. Eagle, Starrcade became famous due to many matches, but one of those matches was a match I know you had seen, and that was Greg the Hammer Valentine against Rowdy Roddy Piper in a dog collar chain match. Now, you have said that match was one of the most brutal matches you had ever seen, and you've challenged Greg Valentine to that same type of match tonight.
Well, actually, Bill, this is a runoff of the Indian strap match I had with Greg a couple of months ago. I beat him straight up in the ring. I drug him around. I tagged every corner, and being the Hammer, as always the Hammer can do, he attacks me from behind, slaps that figure four on me. So I went to the promoter, Bill. I said, tonight I come over many mountains and through many valleys. I'm here to fight the world great Hammer. I'm going to take my back brace off. I'm going to take my knee brace off. I'm going to take my hearing aid out and my glasses off. And I'm going to get in the ring and I'm going to show him what an old man can do, Bill. And I just hope that I live through it, to be honest with you. But Hammer, you got a good reputation. And I'm not saying anything bad, but I'm coming to hurt somebody. And Greg Valentine's the man that's going to get hurt.
So tonight, Jay Eagle tries to hammer the Hammer right here at the Tribute to Starrcade.
Right.
And you are seeing it tonight at its best right here at the Tribute to Starrcade in Spartanburg, South Carolina. And there's the bell to start this dog collar chain match.
And this is being taped by High Spots. You know, High Spots got all the great Carolina wrestling DVDs for sale all the time, so you need to check them out. They've got a lot of great memorabilia, especially a lot of old school stuff.
Sure, and they're also hooked up with OneWrestling.com, and as you know, I'm on that daily, Jimmy, and High Spots actually has a Bill Apter tape, too, a DVD.
Fabulous.
When is Jimmy Hart, everybody's always asking about DVDs and books. What about the life story of Jimmy Hart? When's that going to happen?
Well, you know what? We've got a book out right now called The Mouth of the South, the Jimmy Hart story, and we talk about the early days with the Gentrys, of course, and some of the greatest names in wrestling that I was fortunate enough to manage. And also, we didn't talk about being inducted into the Hall of Fame then, because when the book came out, I wasn't in the Hall of Fame.
That is correct.
This past year, being inducted along with Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper, of course, the Iron Sheik, Nikolai Volkov, and Cowboy Horton Jr. is a big thrill of my life, along with Paul Orndorff, too.
You are indeed an icon in our business.
Well, you know, it's a lot of sometimes being lucky and being good both. So hopefully I had a little both things going for me.
And so few people know that you're also a musical genius, Jimmy. You have written some of the entrance songs, so many of the entrance songs of so many of the top wrestlers throughout the years.
Well, I don't know about being a genius. I was kind of the Weird Al Yankovic of professional wrestling with all the songs like the Rougeau Brothers, All-American Boys, and Shawn Michaels, Sexy Boy.
That's right, Sexy Boy is yours. And right now, Jay Eagle is feeling like anything like a sexy boy, as Greg Valentine just smashed him with that chain, now wrapping it around the neck of Jay Eagle.
Well, you know, David Crockett's back with us. He had an upset stomach a while ago, so Dave's back with us right now. It's good to see you back.
I was talking to your lawyer back there.
Oh, thank you. What did he say?
You got a good case.
Oh, right. I love this guy.
Hey, he had an upset stomach. You've got a possible broken ankle. I'm feeling pretty good, though.
Well, it's rough being announcers on this show.
David Crockett, we were talking before. Do you remember the great dog collar chain match between Roddy Piper and Greg Valentine at the first Starrcade?
Yes, yes. There were so many things about Starrcade over the years that are priceless. They really are.
And they call it the granddaddy of them all because before there was that Mania, there was Starrcade.
Well, there's so much great trivia, you know, down in the South here, and just so many great superstars and heroes came through this territory at one time.
Oh, this being one of the most vicious type of matches in pro wrestling. Why do wrestlers agree to take on a match like this?
Money.
Is that
like
what
I
it is?
mentioned earlier.
Okay.
Money.
You're absolutely right.
Oh, Valentine missing the mark with that flying elbow smash. Again, Jay Eagle rolling out of the way.
Now, Jay Eagle's got to stay away from that elbow.
Ooh, two big chops.
And bashing at the head of Greg Valentine. There's a tomahawk chop to the head of Greg Valentine and raking on the eyes.
You know, David, you wasn't out here a while ago, but we were talking about how the resemblance between Greg Valentine and his late great father, Johnny Valentine.
So much resemblance. When he walked through the door, I said, "That is John." And two, Greg if he lets loose, he's got a hammer just like his dad. He'll bend them back over the ropes and just cave their chest in.
Well, you know, so many years he was the Intercontinental Champion up in the WWE, which was the WWF back then, and I managed Greg on WrestleMania 1, but I mean, what a real living legend he is. Hall of Famer.
Yes, he is.
Well, Mr. Terrific trying to rally Greg Valentine back up to his feet again, but that chain now firmly around the neck of Greg Valentine.
Tell me about this Jay Eagle. I don't know him.
Well, he's been all around the world, Jay Eagle, an international star, and he and Greg Valentine on the independent scene in the past few years have been embroiled in a bitter feud.
I'm sure he graced the covers of one of your fabulous magazines at one time.
I'm not. Thank you for saying that, but I'm not sure we had Jay Eagle on the cover, but Greg Valentine was a cover boy many, many, many times.
What is that on the other side of the ring?
That's Mr. Terrific.
Well, first of all, that's a very dangerous spot to be in. That's where I almost broke my ankle on the match between the Barbarian and the Masked Superstar.
Oh, my God. Greg Valentine's going to be talking a lot higher after this match.
He will definitely be a soprano.
Once again, Jay Eagle lifting that chain up into the groin of Greg Valentine. Another tomahawk chop and going for the pin. 1, 2, only 2. And again, this match can only be decided by pinfall. This is not to drag your opponent to all 4 corners.
I'm glad you told me that.
Only because I read the stipulation in the contract.
Which really makes it a lot easier for Greg the Hammer Valentine, because when you come out of the match with Rowdy Roddy Piper many, many years ago, buddy, you're prepared for anything.
Yes, you are. True battle in the ring. He tries a chop to the leg. Now, Jay Eagle, what is the hold that he likes the best? Is it and it seems working on the leg? Is it a leg?
Well, he has used the Indian Deathlock,
Okay.
which of course is indigenous to many of the great Indian wrestlers that have come through the wrestling business, like Wahoo McDaniel, Chief Jay Strongbow, Billy White Wolf,
Little Beaver.
Little bit.
Billy Two Rivers?
Yes, absolutely. Greg Valentine now poking the eyes of Jay Eagle. And in this match, anything goes. Valentine now mounting the ropes.
He goes up. Hard chop to the back of the neck.
He's got a good chop of his own there.
Well, you know what? That's why he went to the top rope, because coming down, he had a lot more momentum for that chop.
Sure, the velocity is twice as good.
One good turn deserves another.
A headbutt between the legs.
We now have a pair of sopranos here, gentlemen.
South of the Mason-Dixon line.
Greg Valentine continuing to work on the legs and the groin and the thigh muscles of Jay Eagle.
You know, that's one thing about Greg Valentine. He always takes his time. He never rushes in any match.
Again, I guess compare him to his dad. His dad, John Valentine, took so much time just to wear a person down.
Very methodical.
I talked to him once and said the only time he was really at peace was when he was inside that ring punishing someone.
I remember the early days of Johnny Valentine singing him at the old Madison Square Garden, teaming up with Cowboy Bob Ellis and winning the United States Heavyweight Championship. And they used to wrestle against the Kangaroos quite a bit.
The fabulous Kangaroos.
That's right. Roy Heffernan, Al Costello, and their manager, Wild Red Berry.
I like it. Oh, this could be dangerous. Look at the hammer. He's on the outside of the ropes.
Anything in this match is, of course, extremely dangerous. Greg Valentine's in huge trouble right now, David Crockett.
And with that chain, he's got it wrapped around his neck. Jay Eagle pulling it, bends him back. He doesn't have the leverage, though. He does not have the leverage for that.
Well, it's really hard maneuvering with the chain. You know, Greg's right-handed. The other gentleman's right-handed, but if you look at the way that the chain is fixed around their wrist, it's very hard to maneuver with.
Another tomahawk chop to the head of Greg Valentine.
He's got him, that chain wrapped around the ropes too, to hold him down.
And this is extremely dangerous for Greg Valentine because if he falls to the ringside floor, he could be choked by that chain.
Break his neck.
Yeah, because
absolutely,
it's around their neck, but see the way they have it around their wrist also, and that's what makes it very awkward.
I wonder who came up with the concept of this match.
Well, you know, it probably started down here in the Carolinas somewhere.
And if it didn't down here, I'm sure Memphis, Tennessee had a part in it.
You know that.
Greg Valentine with that atomic elbow smash to the throat of Jay Eagle.
Takes his time going up. He winds up. What's the crowd behind him?
It's only a pinfall now.
Yep. Wraps that chain up. Nice pair of brass knuckles.
That should be it.
It should be.
I wonder why Greg doesn't pin him.
Again, he goes back to the leg.
Figure four, turn bad as he rolls. Oh! I thought Greg was going to be pinned there.
It's going to take a lot more than that to pin Greg the Hammer Valentine, I promise you.
You know, even if you are a wily veteran, you can get caught in a situation like that. And 1, 2, 3, it's over.
All right, Greg goes back to the leg again.
Uh-oh, into the turnbuckle.
I have always disputed putting a man in a spinning toe hold before you put him in the figure four because your opponent can kick out, and that was a perfect example of it. The war dance by Jay Eagle now.
Hard chop to the head. Greg goes down on the mat.
The Hammer could be in trouble now. Good manager would be thinking some kind of strategy right now to help the Hammer out.
Actually, I'm very pleased that Mr. Terrific there was not, well, I was going to say he wasn't interfering, but I guess I spoke too soon. Jay Eagle now smashing Mr. Terrific, but his back is toward Greg Valentine. That's all Valentine may have needed. 1, 2, and his foot's on the rope.
The foot for a good measure.
Hammer needs to get out of the ring now.
As long as that chain's hooked to his neck, he can't get it.
Lisa Moretti and Bambi, tonight it's the two of you against Team Blondage and Lollipop in their corner. So kind of possibly 3 against 2.
Are you scared when he says lollipop? I know, it sends me over.
Are you really?
I'm shaking. Hey, no problem. It's been a long time since me and Ivory have been together in the ring, but I tell you, old times, good times. Tonight we're going to kick some butt, that's for sure.
And one of the fans asked, are you going to win tonight? I said, I don't know, but when I come out of a match and I've worked my hardest and worked my best and I worked with my friends and I survive it, that's winning. To me, that's winning. But it looks like, well, I don't know.
But you forget, we're in the South, and this is my stomping ground. This is my backyard. So are we going to win? Do you even have to ask? Come on.
The enthusiasm's there.
I'm in good company, a positive thinker. What?
Go right
no,
ahead.
no, you.
I was just going to say the enthusiasm's there. It'll be these two beautiful ladies against Team Blondage and Lollipop, if you will, and they're going to win, right?
That's right.
All right. Bill After with Lisa Moretti and Bambi right here at the tribute to Starrcade, if you will.
Okay, so Amber and Lollipop, I just have to say, you guys look so freaking cute. You guys are so cute.
Our outfit's not the cutest thing ever. Our outfits are so cute.
I know.
Where did you get your outfit? I mean, you look like a cheap white chick.
I know.
Yes.
Y'all look so hot. I had to try my best to look like you guys.
As hot as we do. Let's face it, we're all just 3 hot blondes.
Yes. Very hot, very hot. Okay, so tonight we've got Lollipop. No, not Lollipop.
Team Blondage moment.
Oh my gosh, Blondage moment. Tonight we have Bambi and we have Lisa Moretti, but they're no match for us. I mean, we have the cutest outfits.
In the outfits contest, we definitely win. Girl, Lisa Moretti, WWE. Oh my God, big night, big night.
Superstar.
We are superstars in the making. True. Yeah.
Booty,
get the booty in there.
The booty too.
Okay, you guys ready? Our music's playing. We gotta go.
275 pounds, this is Chrissy Vane, Amber O'Neal, Team London. And ladies and gentlemen, their opponents first. She hails from Stone Mountain, Georgia, 130 pounds. This is Bambi. And her tag team partner. She has previously held the WWE Women's Championship. She is a former WWE star known as Ivory from Torrance, California, Lisa Moretti.
One of the most athletic ladies in all of pro wrestling.
You know, Lisa looks great. She's got a lot of experience. During the autograph sessions today, she was so pleasant with all the people. No wonder she's a fan favorite.
She is indeed a fan favorite and a lady superstar. Chrissy Vane and Amber O'Neal and Lollipop have got some yellow streaks going down their back. Have you noticed?
No, down their hair.
That's where it is. Okay.
That's it, baby.
Team Blondage retreating from the ring even before the bell rings.
It should be a great match. You know, Bambi's got a lot of experience. Lisa Moretti, former WWE champion, so it should be awesome.
Well, that's if Team Blondage ever gets into the ring.
Well, they better hurry up and get in the ring because they're so far to the camera shot right now, they'll never be on TV.
Interesting to see a female referee in there as well.
Well, former ring girl for the Total Nonstop Action Wrestling. Let's see what kind of experience she's got.
All right, Amber O'Neal looks like will start for her team, and Lisa Moretti for her team.
I'm just being quiet here. I want to take all this in.
Well, no, I know why you're being quiet. Your glasses are fogged.
No, he hasn't got glasses on. He's got binoculars.
All right, referee SoCal Val calling for the match to begin. Well, Chrissy Vane and Amber O'Neal arguing with each other. Okay, Chrissy Vane is going to start. So it's Lisa Moretti against Chrissy Vane. Jimmy Hart, are you a big fan of female wrestling?
Well, you know, I've been doing some stuff lately with Carmen Electra out in Hollywood, California. I know we were talking about it earlier tonight, and she's putting together a new women's wrestling league, and I'm always out scouting new talent for her, and this Team Blondage looks pretty good. Lisa looks great.
I understand this Carmen Electra project. She has done this before. It's women dressed in nothing.
Well, I think for them to get on TV, though, the girls are going to have to put a little bit of clothes on, so then maybe have their pay-per-view, and you can go a little bit more Howard Sternish. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, Howard Sternish. Lisa Moretti making an early tag to Bambi with a side headlock on Chrissy Vane. Rolls Chrissy Vane over. 1, 2, oh. Thought we'd have an early victory there. Chrissy Vane scurrying over to her corner and making the tag to an Amber O'Neal who doesn't want to be in the ring.
You know, Tony Hunter, the promoter here for the show, has really done a tremendous job. All the matches have been great.
Absolutely.
They really have, and they have more to come. Midnight Express, King Jerry Lawler, and Brad Armstrong.
Terry Funk.
Yep. Dustin Rhodes.
It's going to be a great night.
Tully Blanchard, Dusty Rhodes.
J.J. Dillon's going to be in the corner of Tully Blanchard.
And Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Vane.
And Mick Foley is here tonight.
Jeff Hardy?
Jeff Hardy, that's correct.
He was here earlier tonight doing autographs.
Well, right now, Amber O'Neal wishes she were not here tonight as Bambi works on, with a hammerlock, works on the back of Amber O'Neal. Once again, Bambi locking her into a headlock, into the ropes. Bambi coming off with a shoulder block. Up and over.
I'll tell you what, this first girl in Team Blondage needs to definitely make the tag.
That is Amber O'Neal, and she was reluctant to take the tag from Chrissy Vane. Chrissy Vane now coming in there and getting the same action from Bambi. And there's a smash to the face of Chrissy Vane by Lisa Moretti.
Beautiful arm drag.
Very good arm drags by Bambi.
It looks like all of the male fans tonight are really getting into this match.
Well, I think this match is becoming a drag for Team Blondage. Team Blondage really doesn't seem to have the game plan.
Do they always argue with each other?
No, not as much as I've seen them tonight, but you have a real cool and collective team like Lisa Moretti and Bambi, and the contrast here is amazing, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And you don't want to lose a match like this at a great card like this by count out, do you?
You've got experienced wrestlers, female wrestlers on one side, and three blondes that can't make a decision on another.
That's par for the course.
By the way, did you hear about the three blondes that drove from New York to Disney World, and they saw a sign when they got there, Disney World left, so they went home?
Well, that's the same three girls in the ring now.
That's what I was getting at. By the way, to any blonde ladies watching the broadcast here, that was nothing personal. It's just pointed at three ladies who are here tonight.
No, it wasn't.
Lisa Moretti working on the left arm of Amber O'Neal, up and over. Lisa Moretti is such a great tactical wrestler, Jimmy.
Well, you know, she's had the experience. You know, you don't become the WWE heavyweight champion of the world in the women's division without paying your dues, without really knowing what you're doing in the ring.
And she was also a trainer of many of the girls, and also on the Tough Enough series.
Well, she's really kept herself in great shape.
She really has.
And as you said, she's so great to the fans. She lights up any room that she's in. And right now she kicks out of that leg scissor by Amber O'Neal. Now taking the action to the corner as she tags Bambi. Bambi comes in and starts working on that same arm.
You know, Bambi's got a lot of experience, too. She's been around quite a while.
She certainly has, and yet she's a young veteran.
Quick pace match.
Oh, now that could turn the tide as Amber O'Neal rakes the eyes of Bambi.
You know, that's the kind of referee I like, what the kid over in the corner is doing. She's just standing there doing nothing.
SoCal Val.
She's posing.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, Chrissy Vane now taking advantage of the referee locking up with Amber O'Neal. And the tide has turned here, gentlemen.
You know, I think the ref's got a little redneck in her. Look at those white socks.
Either that or she was a schoolgirl.
yeah, something.
I kind of like that look.
Aren't you married?
Yeah, but I'm allowed to like the look. I flirt.
As long as it's from a safe distance.
Oh, we're pretty safe right now.
Look, Team Blondes, they need to tag in and out. Keep working on the arm.
The referee did not see that tag. Lisa Moretti did tag Bambi. SoCal Val demanding that Lisa Moretti get out of the ring. But as she's doing that, Team Blondage is taking advantage of Bambi.
Team Blondage. This is good teamwork. Whether you like it or not, it's good teamwork.
Absolutely. Team Blondage has perfected their tag team skills. They've been around several years together, and they're both very talented, even in single matches.
Well, you know, also, you go for the weak link that you think might be in the tag team, so it looks like they picked out Bambi to be the one they can work on.
Once again, the tag made, and this time the referee didn't see that?
Well, she's a little slow getting in, trying to break it up and get her back.
Oh! Chrissy Vane thinks that she's got Bambi's arm, yet she's hurting her own tag team partner, Amber O'Neal. And now Lollipop making her entrance into the ring. What is going on here?
Good question.
Looks like Team Blondage needs to regroup desperately. The action now spilling outside the ring as Bambi taking Amber O'Neal and rolling her back into the ring.
Now look at Lisa. See, she's smart. She jumped in the ring, got one of the members of Team Blondish. Look, they're shooting them off against the rope. There you go, double arm drag.
Flying blonde hair all over the place here in Spartanburg.
Oh my gosh, look. There goes Lollipop in the ring. Oh, they're going to make a wish with her.
What are they going to do?
Uh-oh, it's tossy-turvy.
There they go.
One,
it's the big swing.
2, 3.
And Lollipop sent into orbit by Bambi and Lisa Moretti. And a flying drop kick smashes her into the ropes and outside the ring.
You know what? She was trying to give her a kick in the poop chute, and she hit her head right on the top rope.
And there's steel cable running through those ropes.
There goes a new nose job.
Yes.
And there's no padding in those ropes. SoCal Val now ordering Team Blondage to get back into the ring as Lisa Moretti and Bambi rally the fans to their support. See now, a veteran like Lisa Moretti made a simple mistake there, turned her back on her opponent, and look what it's cost her.
You know, really, I don't know if this is the legal member of Team Blondage in the ring right now.
Well, it's pretty hard to tell them apart unless you know them as well as I do. Oops.
I like what you said.
Chrissy Vane smashing Lisa Moretti to the mat.
The referee didn't even have enough time to get down and count before she kicked out.
Now Chrissy Vane taking Lisa Moretti into the ropes. Lisa Moretti coming off. Flying head scissor up and over. A battle of forearms.
Lisa Moretti trying to cover up.
Oh my gosh. Looks like she had a blowout.
This isn't a Janet Jackson moment, is it?
I think it is.
Look, one of her straps is broken right now. This is pandemonium in the ring.
Well, when you have actually 5 wild women, counting the referee at 6, anything can happen. Right now, Team Blondage triple teaming.
Lisa Moretti is in a lot of trouble right now. All the 3 girls are on her.
She's got a wardrobe problem and also 3 wrestlers taking complete advantage and beating her up. Amber O'Neal with a power move taking Lisa Moretti down. 1, 2. They cannot believe that Lisa Moretti was able to recover.
Well, you know, forget she was the WWE Women's Champion, so it's going to take a lot to get a pin on her.
Now working on the neck of Lisa Moretti on the ropes. Bambi comes in. The referee, SoCal Val, gets her attention diverted again. And Team Blondage going to town on Lisa Moretti, taking turns, choking her on the ropes.
Well, this is
great. I think this referee, though, is, she's got a temper, and now she's mad at Bambi over there.
Well, you know, Team Blondage has got a great strategy.
Distract the referee, that's the name of the game. Win if they can, lose if they must, but always cheat.
Oh, there go the fans. Looks like Lisa and Bambi are getting the fans behind them.
And Lisa Moretti trying to make the tag. Yes, she's got it.
The tag is made.
But the referee doesn't see it.
No, the referee doesn't see it. She's out of position.
And now all 4 women in the ring at the same time. But SoCal Val is having issues with Bambi. Bambi, get out of there.
Look, they're choking. Look, Lisa's getting choked.
I think if the referee only had 4 eyes, this would be a great match. She would be able to keep order.
It's almost like the blondes are smarter than the red-headed referee.
I don't know if I want to comment on that.
Lisa's in a lot of trouble right now, but she's fighting back. Look, Bill. Look, David.
Absolutely. Rallying.
Down on him.
And once again, trying for that tag.
Tag is made. Come on, ref. Turn around and see the tag has been made.
This is utterly ridiculous, but the strategy by Team Blondage is utterly incredible.
Well, that's what you have when you have a woman referee.
Are you saying this would be different if there was a male referee?
You better believe it would.
Now whipping Lisa Moretti in a double clothesline try. Lisa Moretti rebounding off the ropes with a double clothesline.
Beautiful move. Now she made the tag.
And she makes the tag, and the referee has finally seen it. Bambi, a house on fire as she clotheslines both members of Team Blondage. Whipping Amber O'Neal into the ropes.
Good fist
low
to the
blow.
midsection. Shot to the chest.
Oh, she got him by the hair, boys.
Bam! Thank you, ma'am, as she collides their heads together. Lisa Moretti now coming back into the ring.
Lisa's in the ring. We've got Bambi. Both Team Blondage are in trouble right now, baby.
And once again, the referee, SoCal Val, has lost control of this match.
You can tell she has. She's staring back and forth. What am I to do?
I think we should call her slow leak valve.
Do-si-do. And there they go after Team Blondage.
Who is the legal woman in the ring?
I don't even think the referee knows, but I know that Lollipop is not legal. Lollipop being punched off the ring by Moretti and Bambi.
This has been about a 20-minute match already. What's the time limit on this?
It could be an anything goes, no time limit match here, Jimmy Hart. Chrissy Vane missing as Bambi ducks. Bambi going for the pin.
Come on, ref, go down for the pin.
It's a double pin situation. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter who is legal. Everybody was in there. Lisa Moretti and Bambi have won this match.
Beautiful. What a great win for Lisa and Bambi.
Lisa Moretti.
You know, they're calling us a tribute to Starrcade. Well, you're looking at the guys right here who made Starrcade, the kings of Starrcade. They even named Starrcade 86 after the Midnight Express's match. So all the pretenders to the throne better realize that Bobby Eaton and Dennis Condrey and Jim Cornette have come back to the Carolinas to claim our birthright. And that is the title of Kings of Starrcade. So Lawler, Armstrong, and anybody you want to bring to the ring, you better watch out, because these men are going to do some damage, and I'm going to be there to stand there and smile when it's over with. The Midnight Express and Jim Cornette once again riding high in the Carolinas.
This is Bill Apter once again at the Tribute to Starrcade presented by Carolina Championship Wrestling. Jerry the King Lawler.
Where?
Right here. Where is he? Oh, it's you. It's you. Well, tonight you're out of the broadcast booth and back into the ring. Your partner, Brad Armstrong, and a mystery partner against your evil nemesis, Jim Cornette, and the Midnight Express. Your thoughts about an hour before the match?
Well, first of all, you know, you've been begging me, trying to get me to tell you who the mystery partner is, but Bill, I can't.
Why?
That's the mystery of it.
I understand.
If I tell you, there's no more mystery.
Okay, I'll buy that.
I can't do that. It's just like I can't divulge the Christmas present that I've already got for you this year.
You got me a Christmas present again?
I shouldn't, because you know you didn't use the present I got you last year.
Yeah, but my wife really didn't appreciate you sending that young lady to my house.
No, it wasn't that. It was the cemetery plot.
Oh, that's what it was.
Remember
That's
that?
right. Yes.
Well, anyway, you know, I'm really looking forward to this match tonight because you know, Bill, probably better than I, how long and how many years back this I guess, I don't even think feud is a good enough word, this ill feelings, this hatred.
It's a way of life with them against you.
Exactly. And when you say them, it's more Cornette than it is them. I mean, you know, let's face it, Condrey and Eaton, both of these guys, I think they realize that they, in a sense, they owe the king. They owe me. They owe Memphis, Tennessee. They owe that territory where they got their start, where they became stars.
Correct.
But the bad thing about it is nobody owes me and that Memphis territory more than Cornette. But you know what? He won't admit it. He won't come to the grips. I mean, he won't come to grips with the fact that he is a I don't know. He is a, what would you say? I mean, he's a product of what I was, of what Jackie Fargo was, the guys that laid the groundwork.
He should respect you people.
And he doesn't.
No, and he's got a tennis racket.
He gives no credit where credit is due. He thinks that he created himself. He thinks, he believes his own publicity is his problem.
Yes,
he thinks that he is the greatest manager that ever lived. When anybody knows that the greatest managers have always been in my corner, people like Jimmy Hart, people like Sam Bass, people like that. And do you think that I would ever allow Jim Cornette to manage me? Never.
Never.
But, and I guess maybe when you think about it, that's probably the root of all of these ill feelings. It's probably the fact that Cornette has asked me many times if he could manage me or manage my career, so to speak. And, the answer has always been no. And I think maybe that's where this all comes to a head at. So tonight, like you said, about an hour before the match, and I'm just counting the minutes down, I promise all of the fans, and especially Jimmy Cornette, that tonight I'm going to do something that has been a long time coming, and that is to do what I did to Andy Kaufman, what I've done to so many people over the years. I'm going to pile drive Jim Cornette here tonight, and I'm going to pile drive him, and maybe not just once, maybe more than once, but so hard, so viciously, that I promise you this, that when I'm through with him, when I through pile driving Jim Cornette, he's going to have to unzip his pants to brush his teeth. Now, that's going to be a pile driver worth seeing, I promise you that.
I don't think I've ever seen you this determined before, Jerry Lawler.
I can't wait. That's only about 56 minutes.
Bill Apter with Jerry the King Lawler, and the countdown is on. 54, 53,
No, that's
52.
seconds. We're waiting minutes. Come on,
Okay,
Bill.
thank you.
That's the-
Bill Apter and the King, Jerry Lawler.
See, the big hand is the minute hand.
Because like I Well, unfortunately, our mystery partner has yet to arrive and has not shown up. Yeah. The best laid plans. But listen, we're not going to let that rain on our parade here tonight, I can assure you that. Brad Armstrong is here, the King is here, the Midnight Express is here, so why don't we do this? We'll do it your style, Jimmy Cornette. We'll do it the way you're most familiar with. We'll have a good old-fashioned tag team match. You be on the outside as a manager. We got ourselves a manager who could probably break you like a biscuit if she wanted to. And we'll just have our match just a regular old tag team match, but I will get my hands on you before the night's over. Hey, Lord! I guess maybe you enlisted your mystery partner from Spartanburg because he's as gutless as the rest of these people are. That's what I said. As far as your manager knows, honey, I could whip you in 10 minutes. All by myself. I could whip you in 10 minutes all by myself if you wouldn't run away from me, you little tramp. I got news for you, Lawler, and you, Brad Armstrong, and by the way, tell your father I said drop dead. It ain't our fault that you got a coward to be your partner and he didn't show up, because all three of us are here, and we signed for a 6-man tag. So I got news for you. As far as we're concerned, you gotta wrestle 2 against 3, or you can forfeit, tuck your tail between your legs, and walk out of here like the coward that you are. We'll take it, pal. We'll take it. You got it. Very good. He's not even a man. He's not even a whole man. We can beat these to a third, whatever.
Well, I guess it's 2.5 against 2.
Well, this could be very interesting. Yeah, it will be.
I know that Jerry Lawler told me in a pre-match interview where he'd like Jim Cornette's tennis racket to wind up this evening.
Well, let me tell you something about Renee, Jerry the King Lawler's valet. You know, being from Memphis, Tennessee, all of us, and we have a TV show down there on UPN Channel 30, and Renee has done some wrestling before.
Is that right?
Absolutely. They might be trying to sucker Jimmy Cornette into this match.
And a little scouting report on her, her strengths and weaknesses.
Well, she knows Kung Fu, Karate, and 2 other Japanese words, and I saw her work a couple of weeks ago down in Memphis, Tennessee, and she came out victorious.
Well, the thing with Jim Cornette is he has that tennis racket.
Absolutely.
And he will use it even on a female.
You know he will.
Oh, he's used it against photographers around the ring. I've seen him use it on fans. Nobody is safe from Jim Cornette's tennis racket. He's got quite a temper on him. He talks a great game, doesn't he?
Well, I'll tell you what, the Midnight Express, they're used to working together. They tag in, they tag out. They know each other's moves before the other one even thinks about it. So this should be very good. I know the King's great. There's no doubt about it. Brad Armstrong, second-generation wrestler. So this should be a dadgum good match, boys.
To the best of your knowledge, have Lawler and Armstrong teamed before, Jimmy?
I don't think so. Maybe Jerry the King Lawler and Armstrong's father.
The Bullet.
Yes.
Bob Armstrong. So this is our first look at Lawler and Brad Armstrong as a tag team. Right now it's Brad Armstrong and beautiful Bobby Eaton takes Eaton down.
Good arm drag. Cornette doesn't want in.
I thought he wanted to get into the... Well, maybe when Jerry Lawler gets in, he'll get in there.
Well, you know, this is a cat and mouse game, you know. Cornette, he likes to come out. He likes to get the opponents all psyched out. He likes to get them all nervous. He likes to get them on edge. And then when it's ready, he'll be in there.
Did you know that, well, you do know this, that Jim Cornette used to be a photographer for the wrestling magazines, and he photographed that infamous match between Jerry Lawler and Andy Kaufman.
I know he did. I was there.
Yes, I know you were.
No, Jimmy Cornette, he lived in Louisville, Kentucky, and he took pictures of our territory back then. And matter of fact, he told me on one of the little shoot interviews he did that he didn't have a chance to watch some of the other great managers around the world, so he really grew up watching the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart.
So, Jimmy, we have you to blame for this?
Well, not all the way now. We kind of went separate ways. I went to New York, he stayed in Memphis, and the rest is history.
A monkey flip by Brad Armstrong takes beautiful Bobby down to the mat, and again looking for a tag from Jim Cornette. Do you think that Condrey and Eaton really believe that Cornette wants to get in there?
Well, I think it's going to be the same old deal. You know, they're going to use Condrey and Bobby Eaton to take on the weakest link, whoever it might be, in the team of Lawler and Armstrong, and wear them down. And then that's when Jimmy Cornette will come in and he'll do his damage. And 3 against 2, there's no way the King and them are going to be able to win unless they get some kind of help, if they get in trouble.
I'm looking forward to seeing Renee against Cornette if it comes to that. All right, Jim Cornette now giving advice to beautiful Bobby Eaton as he locks up once again with Brad Armstrong. Armstrong ducks out of the way and Eaton goes crashing into the corner. They cannot get on their bicycle.
Well, you know, they've got to warm up a little bit. You know, it's been a long day here. These guys have been taking pictures, signing autographs all day. And
the fans want Jim Cornette to get in the ring. They want to see his butt kicked.
That's not going to happen anytime soon.
All right, Dennis Connery getting the tag from Bobby Eaton, and he's going to size up Brad Armstrong. Brad very fast on the arm holds and tagging the King, Jerry Lawler. Lawler up and with an early fist drop.
Beautiful fist. Where do you see Lawler when he pulls the strap down and comes off the top rope, baby?
Jerry Lawler now taking Bobby Eaton down to the mat. Now Dennis Condrey.
The King still has some fire in those punches, baby.
Jerry Lawler with an incredible flying drop kick.
Drop kick, baby.
I don't think I've seen him do that in years.
Well, he really hadn't, because he's been doing the commentary for the WWE.
Absolutely, but I mean on the indie scene. You know what's great about Jerry the King Lawler is, beside doing the commentary for WWE, he stays active on the indie scene all over the United States. You can find him maybe 3 or 4 times a month competing at indie shows.
Well, he loves the fans. He likes to get out with the fans.
And it also keeps his mind and his body sharp doing this.
Absolutely. Jerry Lawler is the best, boys. Let me tell you what, he's the one that inducted me into the Hall of Fame. That's the reason I'm in the great world of professional wrestling, is because of the King.
Good high backdrop. Hard on the small of the back.
Did you see the ring shake on that one? Connery now tagging into beautiful Bobby Eaton, who punches Lawler, stunning him into the ropes.
Lawler catches Bobby. Hard right to the chin.
Stopping him dead in his tracks. See, this is also very interesting, because with Eaton and the Midnight Express retreating like this, it kind of throws off the pace that Lawler and Armstrong want to bring to this match.
Yeah, Lawler and Armstrong want to bring a faster pace.
Absolutely.
But you know what? They're working so good together, Armstrong and the King, buddy. They've got the Midnight Express on their heels.
Cornette refusing to get in the ring.
Having some words with the referee. All right, it's beautiful Bobby Eaton and Jerry Lawler locking up again. Eaton with Lawler in a headlock on the ropes. Lawler shoots him off the ropes, goes down.
Bobby gets out.
Beautiful Bobby doesn't want to be home.
Bobby's close to Renee.
Oh, man. That lady's got a lot of guts. I would never slap Bobby Eaton. That was a hell of a slap, wasn't it? You can see her finger marks on the imprinted on the face of beautiful Bobby.
Boy, that came out of left field.
Sure did.
We heard it all the way over here.
Let's give that lady a woo. Actually, she shouldn't be Jerry Lawler's valet. She should be Jerry Lawler's bodyguard.
Well, with a slap like that, she should be the third member in the ring.
Absolutely. The mystery partner. What has happened to the mystery partner? Not here at the building at this point. Be interesting to see if this person arrives before the end of this match.
I'm telling you, it's a little tough tonight for the Midnight Express to get going. Cornette's going to have to call timeout or something and get this back on the road.
Jerry Lawler now being backed into the corner by Bobby Eaton. Referee calling for a break. But when you're with the Midnight Express, you never break clean, do you?
Good right hand. Lawler goes down. Cornette is tagged. Cornette is coming in.
I can't believe he's in the ring.
Nope, he got back out.
And he's out as quickly as he got in there.
Boy, the King was trying to sucker Cornette in.
Now, isn't it the rule that once you're tagged, you have to at least make contact with your opponent?
Well, that's what it used to be, but you know, this is 2005, so things do change.
Or perhaps the referee's not aware of that stipulation, David. Lawler daring Dennis Condrey to come out of that corner and challenge him in a test of strength as they lock fingers. And Lawler with the advantage, now punching to the jaw of Dennis Condrey. Quick tag to Brad Armstrong, who smashes Condrey to the midsection.
Twists the arm, gets him in the arm bar.
Tell you what, Lawler and Armstrong are doing a great job, buddy.
Well, even though they've never teamed before, Jimmy, they know each other's moves.
Well, see, that's where Cornette is so sharp. Look what he did. He pulled the referee. Renee was out of position over here to tell the referee what was going on, and now you've got the Midnight Express doing what they do best, double teaming someone.
He's the master of diversionary tactics. That would be a lot to write on a t-shirt, wouldn't it? Whew.
A thumb right in the throat. Now see, Bobby's over, distracting the referee. Teamwork here. Like it or not, it is good teamwork.
I didn't see it, but I heard that tennis racket probably make extremely close contact with some part of the body of Brad Armstrong.
Well, see, now that's where they have the advantage. You've got Jimmy Cornette on the outside with a tennis racket. You've got the third member of the Lawler Armstrong team, which is Renee. And you can tell she's not had a lot of experience in this.
The Midnight Express are just excellent at doing what they do. Big body slam by beautiful Bobby. Flying elbow smash. I think Brad Armstrong's had it.
He's in a lot of trouble, buddy.
Jim Cornette gets the tag.
Oh, look at him now. Comes strutting in. Elbow. Top of the head. Comes. Jimmy gets up.
You know, Cornette's a pretty big boy, about almost, 250, 60 pounds.
Yeah, but it's all chocolate energy. That's not from working out.
It doesn't matter. Weight's weight, buddy.
Well, it depends how you put it on, doesn't it?
Well, it all depends where you drop it.
That some pretty solid shots by Jim Cornette. Wow.
Right.
Lawler coming in, which gives the Midnight Express an opportunity to triple team Brad Armstrong. It's now Loverboy Dennis Connery against Brad Armstrong. Stepping on the hand with that foot, another step on the hand of Brad Armstrong. Scratching onto the back, those fingers going down the back of Brad Armstrong. And they're having a field day at Brad Armstrong's expense. Brad Armstrong with a leapfrog which collides Bobby Eaton and Dennis Condrey. Jerry Lawler screaming for the tag. Yes!
He's got the tag. Here he comes.
Tag is made. Lawler. Kick. Fist now. Winds up. Hard left and right.
Beautiful.
Jim Cornette.
Cornette.
Oh!
Got him. Cornette rolls out of the ring.
Looks like the King is having his way, baby.
It's now a Pier 6 brawl. Lawler body slamming beautiful Bobby Eaton. Going up to the top rope. And it's going to be the fist drop. Yes!
That should be it. Where's Cornette? You've always got to watch Cornette.
Wait a minute. Something's happened to Jerry Lawler's right knee.
The King's hurt his knee. King could be in trouble. Look,
Jerry Lawler.
Brad Armstrong is in the ring by himself right now.
I've never seen him get hurt doing that maneuver.
But Lawler's got to come in. He's the legal man in, right?
We might ought to get a medic out here. The King's in serious pain.
Well, I'll tell you, if they ever needed a mystery partner, it's right now. Renee helping Jerry Lawler, who is in horrible pain.
Jerry's got to be hurt. He would never leave the ring. Looks like he's trying to get back to the back. This could be serious, buddy.
Jimmy Hart, we may need your ice pack.
Forget it. Every man for himself.
Jerry the King Lawler having to leave the match.
The King must be in serious trouble. He would never be going and leaving the ring if something wasn't seriously wrong with him.
Let's get back to the ring. Dennis Condrey now taking something and choking Brad Armstrong. Renee taking Jerry Lawler back to the dressing room. It's Brad Armstrong against Cornette, Eaton, and Condrey.
Look, the people are yelling for Jeff Hardy.
Goes down. Armstrong almost had it. Count of two.
Who is going to come to the aid? Jeff Hardy has come down the aisle. And he's going toward the ring, Jimmy Hart.
Oh my gosh, this is great.
And it looks like we have that substitute for Jerry the King Lawler in the persona of Jeff Hardy.
Man, teaming up with Brad Armstrong. This could be unbelievable.
The fans going crazy as Brad Armstrong breaks up the Midnight Express.
Double knockout. Man, Brad Armstrong needs to get over to the corner to get the tag with Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy's fresh.
Jeff Hardy just raring to get in there.
Here he comes.
Brad Armstrong under the trapdoor, and he makes the tag. Here comes Jeff Hardy, putting the Midnight Express to lights out. Eden, and he's going after Cornette.
Look, Jeff Hardy's, man, he's welling away. He's got all the Midnight Express rocking and rolling, baby.
People say what a dream match it would have been to have seen the Hardys against the Midnight Express. Well, you got part of that dream match in there right now.
Wow, unbelievable.
And the Midnight Express out on the floor as the fans go crazy chanting for Jeff Hardy. Wait a minute! Jeff Hardy turns his back. Cornette with a smash to the left-hand side of the face of Hardy that doesn't faze him one bit. Cornette now begging for mercy.
Cornette's going to get it now.
Oh! A twist of fate. And that's it. Jeff Hardy pins Jim Cornette.
Unbelievable.
It's all over.
Now, if he wasn't the legal man in the ring because Jeff Hardy was not signed for the match, how would they have a win over Cornette and the Midnight Express?
Jeff Hardy taking the win for the team, Jimmy Hart.
But he really wasn't the legal man in the ring. He was not signed for the match.
Well, perhaps, we don't know if he was signed for the match. Perhaps he was the mystery partner all the time.
Well, that could be a possibility.
And waiting for the right moment to come into the ring. And that certainly was the right moment.
Well, I think the right moment would have been about 2 minutes before that when Jerry Lawler hurt his knee.
Well, we're going to take a look later on this evening and see if indeed he was the mystery partner signed for this match.
Hopefully we can get to the back and get some kind of report on Jerry the King Lawler and his serious injury he's got.
Well, right now, for Brett Armstrong, it's a hearty party.
Have you guys had enough yet, or do you want some more?
What?
I'll kill you!
I'll tell you what, Jimmy Cornette is a wild man tonight. He's a force to be reckoned with.
He's always been a wild man. You can never control Jimmy Cornette.
I'd hate to be the referee in the ring.
Dustin Rhodes tonight. It's you against Terry Funk, Mick Foley, the special referee. All this history between you and Terry Funk and the Rhodes family and Terry Funk, and you think Mick Foley's going to be able to call it down the middle?
I think he'll be able to call it down the middle because Terry Funk, you old bag of guts, you just might get your ass kicked tonight.
Now, he has said at a Q&A that I did with him just a few short nights ago, he said some very uncomplimentary things about your father.
And what did he say exactly? Bill, you kidding me?
Nope, he said that about him.
Well, I hope he brought that double X, that double cross brands. I'm going to bend him over and stick it right up his ass.
Hatred's on the line. Dustin Rhodes against Terry Funk, Mick Foley, the special referee, right here at the CCW tribute to Starrcade. Thank you, Dustin.
Thank you, Mr. Andrew. You know, I would like to say something, and this is to all of you people out there that this is a very, very important event to CCW, Carolina Championship Wrestling, and Tony Hunter. It's Starrcade, and it's Starrcade brought back. And it's something that all of the fans here in Carolina's wanted to see, and I want to see. But I'll tell you what, there's some people that are going to try to sabotage it. And I'm not kidding one bit. Just thinking about it a little bit. Who's trying to sabotage it? Dusty Rhodes. Who's trying to sabotage it? Mick Foley. Who's trying to sabotage it? Jerry Lawler. They're trying to destroy this company. Every one of them belongs to Vince McMahon. Think about that. They're his boys, and the only thing that Vince wants to do is dominate, and dominate the CCW over my dead body.
Well, Dustin Rhodes has taken exception to all the bad things that Terry Funk has said about Dustin's father, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Let's go up to the ring.
Some of you may already know I've been traveling up and down all across the country the past 3 years doing what we call independent wrestling shows. Tonight, right here in Spartanburg, South Carolina, will be my last independent show for at least several years, who knows, maybe forever. But I want to tell you what an honor it is not only to finish up at a show like this, but to do it with guys like Dustin Rhodes. And Terry Funk in the same ring. So guys, I want to thank you. I know we're having a hell of a match, and Funker, thank you. Do you think that I don't know what's going on down here? You stupid fans, use your brain. This is the CCW. You know Carolina Championship Wrestling? Well, look at what I'm wrestling over here. I'm wrestling an idiot whose daddy is up there for Vince McMahon, being paid by Vince McMahon. He has his nose up Vince McMahon's butt.
This is what I was talking about, Jimmy Hart.
And Vince McMahon has his nose up your old man's butt. And I'll tell you,
something sounds stinky.
He ain't smelling what the Rock's been cooking either.
Woo. I think we've heated this thing up just a bit more.
Not only with the roses that are tied into Vince McMahon, we have Jerry Lawler that's tied into Vince McMahon, and now we have an asshole that's making more money than me as a referee that's tied into Vince McMahon. Don't you people see it? Don't you people see? Don't you people see what's going to happen to a great organization? Don't you see what's going on? Here they come, and they're going to cut Tony Hunter's head off. And they're going to try to kill this organization. And that's no shit. That's no bullshit. That is a bottom line. And I know what the hell you're doing, and these people know what you're doing. You fat, satchel-ass baboon. I never did like you, and I damn sure don't like you now.
Whoa, some pretty hefty words aimed at Mick Foley by Terry Funk.
Why don't you say what you mean?
If you believe me, say yes!
Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Very true. And why would he just be so nasty to someone he's wrestled with 100 times?
In 10 years, it's been my last independent show, refereeing a hell of a match, in which I'd call that match right down the line. But now, I get the feeling the fans here in South Carolina don't want to see me just count to 3 and say, break on 5. The fans in South Carolina wouldn't mind seeing me getting physically involved.
That's a resounding yes.
If it was just me, all right, maybe that's an even match. But I didn't come to Spartanburg alone. Because if you step out of line, you have to take on not only the hardcore legend, Mick Foley, but his little friend, Mr.
Sacco is in the house, Jimmy Hart.
I knew it. The promoter bought a ticket for Mick Foley and Mr. Sacco.
That is true. Half fare, though, for Sacco. Sacco looks ready to get into action right now, doesn't he?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to tell you something, Mick Foley. I've been in the wrestling business 40 years. And I ain't selling no goddamn sock tonight or any other night.
Uh-oh. You really... Oh, Dustin Rhodes taking advantage of the situation now. And you know, Mick Foley, he's going to try and be a fair referee anyway. Dustin Rhodes now on the ring floor, battling Terry Funk, taking out all that venom that's been built up all these years about all the things that Terry Funk has said about Dustin's father, Dusty Rhodes.
Well, I told you this was going to wind up wild and crazy. It's on the, started on the floor. It's back in the ring now, but I don't know how long it's going to last in the ring.
You won't see wrestling in this match. You're going to see a brawl, Jimmy Hart.
You better believe it.
Dustin Rhodes with those chops to the chest of Terry Funk.
It's like he said, he's middle-aged crazy, baby.
Dustin with another chop, weakening, chopping down the tree that is known as Terry Funk, telling Funk, come on, daring him to hit back. Dustin with an uppercut.
Beautiful, beautiful fist.
Dustin Rhodes now kicking Terry Funk. And Mick Foley staying out of the action for right now.
Boy, if this keeps up like this is going to be a very short match.
Well, remember Terry Funk. He's been beaten down so low, but he always seems to get up.
Well, you know he does, baby. Tables, chairs, ladders, it doesn't really matter. He's been in the burning barbed wire matches. He's been over in Japan. He's been in the tack matches. I mean, this guy's going through everything.
And Jimmy Hart, you know him oh so well. Dustin Rhodes now calling for the pile driver. Oh! Smashing the head of Terry Funk into the mat. 1, 2. I can't believe he was able to kick out.
It's going to take more than that because you see there's something about Terry Funk. No matter how much you hurt him, no matter how much you keep him down, no matter how much you kick him, he always still gets back up.
Terry Funk looks like he's suffering at the moment as Dustin Rhodes goes on pounding to the forehead of Terry Funk. Following up now, Dustin in the corner. What's he got around the neck of Terry Funk? I thought that was Mr. Sacco.
He's got something around his neck. You know, when Terry Funk's in a match, you know, he's going to use anything he can get his hands on.
Is that indeed a sock or a small towel? No, it looks like a small towel. Terry Funk now caught up in the ropes and falls to the ringside floor. Dustin Rhodes in true Texas wrestling style goes down after his man. You have two very tough Texans in this ring, Jimmy Hart.
You better believe it.
And in history, even before Memphis, there was always that tough Texas wrestling. Terry Funk's head now cut open.
Busted wide open once again, man. This guy, I'm telling you, this is going to be wild and crazy. We got to get ready to hobble out of here, I'm telling you.
Terry Funk, a bloody mess as Dustin Rhodes continues the attack in the crowd, smashing the head of Terry Funk into some of the ringside chairs. Terry Funk picking up a chair. And that caught Dustin Rhodes right on top of the head. I'll tell you something. Terry Funk could be losing so much blood, and it doesn't matter. He's always on the attack.
Well, you know, like I said before, you know, there's something about Terry Funk. He's middle-aged crazy. He's wild tonight. There's something really strange about him. All day today in the autograph sessions, you know, he acted a little strange toward the fans. And now with Mick Foley being in the ring, and he's just got this burning desire about the WWE that he just can't let go.
He's just so angry, screaming at Dustin Rhodes to get up, as the blood keeps flowing from the forehead of Terry Funk, who connects with a powerful chop, taking Dustin Rhodes down.
Terry Funk is busted wide open, brother.
But again, that doesn't stop him, Jim.
Well, nothing's going to stop him. Like I said, this guy is unbelievable. He's been through some of the most wildest and craziest matches up in the ECW, and especially over in Japan, that anybody's ever put their body through.
Now throwing Dustin Rhodes outside the ring onto the ringside floor, and Terry Funk quickly going out of the ring to follow up, and Mick Foley, the referee, has joined them at the ringside floor. Dusty Rhodes now catapulting Dustin Rhodes into the
audience.
I was going to say into the rail guardian, going into the audience.
He went over the rail. Now he's in with the fans, and the fans have got to be careful because Terry Funk really doesn't care.
Please stay back from the guardrails.
Security warning the fans to stay away as Terry Funk keeps pounding on Dustin Rhodes, and I think he wants to make Dustin Rhodes a bloody mess.
Terry Funk doesn't care. The promoter better get some extra security over there because they're going to need it before this match is over with.
Mick Foley trying to restore law and order, gets into the ring as Funk takes Dustin Rhodes and smashes his head into that steel ring post.
You know what? That's what's so crazy about
Wait a minute. Terry Funk's now going after Mick Foley.
The referee.
Pulling Foley out of the ring. Terry Funk has lost all sensibilities. Mick Foley now punching at the face of Terry Funk, taking Terry Funk and bashing his head into the railing.
You know, he's very lucky, Terry Funk, that Mick Foley is the referee, because Terry Funk grabbed him, doesn't really disqualify him.
The fans chanting for Foley to go out and take some more action against Terry Funk. In the meantime, Funk and Dustin Rhodes at ringside, battling furiously, trading fists, and Jimmy Hart, Dustin Rhodes, is now cut on his forehead.
Man, I'll tell you before this is going, this is really out of hand already. You know, we see some of the fans starting to really go back in the hallways to try to get away from this.
Dustin Rhodes now being ordered back into the ring by Mick Foley. Terry Funk trying to get to his feet, grabbing the bottom rope. Both of them bloody.
He's starting his count. Mick Foley is starting his count.
Wait a minute! Dustin Rhodes now punching Mick Foley, knocking him down. What was that all about?
This is unbelievable. This turned out to a three-way.
You now have two guys against each other, and neither of them want the referee in the ring.
Now they're both on Mick Foley.
We have lost total control here at this tribute to Starrcade in Spartanburg.
Look.
Little did Mick Foley know he was going to get called into action like this.
Well, you know what? Mick Foley can really stop it anytime he wants to. He better bring out Mr. Sacco because it's 2 against 1.
And yes, Mr. Sacco could be the equalizer as Terry Funk uses a stunner on Dustin Rhodes, picking Dustin up. Again, another stunner.
I don't know who's fighting who. You've got, man, Mick Foley.
Funk now going for the signature Funk specialty, the spinning toe hold. Weakening the legs of Dustin Rhodes, getting him ready for that spinning toe hold, Jimmy.
You better believe it. I can't believe this. You know, all of a sudden you've got...
There it is! There it is, the spinning toe hold. Wait a minute. Jerry the King Lawler coming out from the dressing room with Renee. Jerry Lawler knocking out Terry Funk and Mick Foley. What is going on here?
Mick Foley's down, Terry Funk's down, Jerry Lawler looks like his knee got well. All of a sudden he's back in the ring.
Jerry Lawler and Dustin Rhodes both working on Terry Funk. Jerry Lawler with that fist drop.
Wow, this is unbelievable.
And now Dustin Rhodes locking a figure 4 leg lock on Terry Funk. Referee Mick Foley calling on the reserves, and that means Mr. Sacco. Lawler with another fist drop as he's chased around the ring, and Sacco winds up right on the kisser of Dustin Rhodes. Jerry Lawler now preparing to pile drive Terry Funk.
And
yes!
He did. He pile drived him. Terry Funk is out. He's bleeding. He's flat on his back. Mick Foley is dazed and confused. He doesn't know what to call.
We've got the referee. We've got both contestants down and out and bloody. We've got Jerry Lawler back. Let's listen in, Jimmy.
Yes. Terry Funk, you old fossil. How does it feel to be laying flat on your back with your own stinking blood coming out of your head, huh? How does it feel, Funk? Let me tell you something. Do you think that I don't have friends, Terry Funk? Do you think that my friend Jimmy Hart didn't call me and tell me what you said about me on this 2-bit nickel and dime radio station, the Buzzard here in town? You want to go on the radio and call me a pervert, you old fossil? You're just jealous because in your wildest dreams you couldn't get a lovely lady like this, pal. Now anytime you want some more of me, Terry Funk, all you gotta do is say the word, because it'll never be finished between you and I. I have now put your eye out once. You ever mess with me again or say my name anywhere again, and I'll finish the job. And Mick Foley, you want to come out here and brag about signing back with the WWE? You mess with me, pal, and you'll never make your first date. You understand that?
Jerry the King Lawler setting down the law
Boy,
here.
the King. Well, I had to tell the King the truth. I did a radio show with Terry Funk, and that's exactly what happened. The King's right.
I heard you say that.
Nobody talks about the King and gets by with it.
Unbelievable. Jerry the King Lawler coming out here and turning everything inside out.
Got it, baby.
He is a hell of a man. Which is more than I can say for you.
Mick Foley taking one more shot at Terry Funk.
Man, this is everybody beat up Terry Funk Day.
Terry, this fat son of a bitch just left you laying.
This may be Mick Foley's swan song in the Indies for a little while, but we have not seen the end of him and Terry Funk and Jerry Lawler.
I am so confused. This is the most craziest match I've ever been involved with in my life. Everybody was against everybody, and it wound up over something that I said. It happened on a radio show here yesterday for the radio show The Buzzard while we were doing the interview. Well, here it
You
goes.
want a piece of me? I'll be in Stamford, Connecticut.
Mick Foley leaving a forwarding address for Terry Funk.
Boy, this is going to be unbelievable.
Well, they say that anything can happen in professional wrestling.
And it did.
And we certainly just saw that just now.
With my hurt foot, I'm going to move out of the way over here in case Terry happens to see me over here, so please try to hide me.
He may take exception to that, Jimmy Hart.
He might.
Let's go up to the ring. Terry Funk has something to say here.
Yeah, all kidding aside, all kidding aside, no bullshit, straight down the line. CCW is facing a pretty serious damn deal right now, and if y'all can't see it, nobody can. And they're going to do their best. But by God, I think this group and these people in this part of the country has persevered. Every damn thing that nature could throw at them, they've persevered. A lot of different stuff, and I think they can persevere. A bunch of crap coming down from New York and a bunch of Vince McMahon's extensions of his stupid, ignorant personality.
Fans, I'm back in the back with the illustrious James J. Dillon and Tully Blanchard reunited again, and it's one more battle with...
No. You're on here with Tully Blanchard, J.J. Dillon. Don't try to get too verbose, okay? Keep your place. You haven't shaved, okay, and you're trying to come across as some kind of big-time announcer here, so don't do it, okay? Let the people that can talk.
Spartanburg, South Carolina, brings back some memories. I sat in this building when it was empty this afternoon, and I could feel the voices of the past yelling out. And they can sense when the Horsemen are here. You're talking about the most elite group in the history of professional wrestling. And it's like deja vu all over again. And Tully Blanchard is going to walk into that ring tonight and show you why he's one of the greatest of all times.
JJ, I couldn't have said that even better, but you know what? I understand through the grapevine, you got a little surprise for me tonight. Huh? A surprise? You mean Dusty Rhodes with PA in the corner ain't a surprise enough?
And I'm blushing.
And you're blushing? It's going to be just like old times tonight, Dusty Rhodes.
We're in Dusty Rhodes' dressing room just about an hour before he goes out to wrestle Tully Blanchard in a bunkhouse match. Magnum TA in the corner of Dusty Rhodes, James J. Dillon in the corner of Tully Blanchard. Dusty, your thoughts about an hour before the match?
Well, it's the same thoughts that I had years ago. This match has been tremendously long, a painful process for both men involved. And now at this time in my career, it's one of them things, opportunity to revisit what we've been doing for so many years. It's a great celebration of Cade. Starrcade, as we know here, and you see some great stars are in here. David Crockett is here. Both my sons, my younger son, Cody and Dustin, are here. The notorious Terry Funk is here. But most of all, J.J. Dillon and Tully Blanchard are here. And it's going to be a painful process for him because of my age. I've got short temper. My legs don't work real well. The only thing that real works is my elbow, and I soaked it in motor oil before I came down here. So I'm going to whip his ass in about an hour and a half. And then maybe hopefully that thing is over with and we're through with it. And Magnum don't have to do a lot. And you're looking really pretty now in your old age. And Tully Blanchard, we're going to get funky like a monkey right here in Spartanburg once again. And he's got gray hair. Can you imagine that? Yeah, it's all over. Is it everywhere? Have you seen it in the other places?
I don't look at those kind of places. Thank you. I don't like guys that much.
Bathroom, because that really tells me what an old fart he really is. Right? You know what I mean? So it's going to be a great night for us, and all the fans are going to love it and enjoy it. And Terry Funk is here. I'm sitting in a corner because if Terry Funk's here, it'll lob to break loose at any time. Dustin's getting ready to cut loose on his butt too. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And the Divas are here. Have you seen them? Yes. They got hair all over too. You know.
Is that right?
Yes.
Have you seen the hair all over?
Some is red.
Okay.
All right. It's going to be a great night for us. Thanks for coming.
The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Bill Apter with Magnum TA. Magnum, tonight, it's you in the corner of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, as Dusty takes on Tully Blanchard, his arch rival, and an arch rival of yours in the past too, and James J. Dillon in the corner with Tully Blanchard.
Yeah, a real nostalgic evening. Some old feuds kind of rekindled, some old friendships rekindled, and sometimes just those things when you start talking about them and the history and the flavor of what took place 20 years ago, you kind of, sometimes you might think we got a little unsettled business here. There's got to be unfinished business might need to take care of. So, I am here in the spirit of things and really looking forward to enjoying some great wrestling action, seeing some old friends. But at the same time, those old rivalries, they're kind of interesting too. And I'll be keeping my head on a swivel and kind of, not quite as agile as I used to be, but I'll be trying to look after the Dreams back and make sure everything's on the up and up.
Unfinished business. You heard it from Magnum TA as he's in the corner of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, against Tully Blanchard and James J. Dillon. Thank you, Magnum TA.
My pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to a man that is synonymous with wrestling in the Mid-Atlantic area. You saw him from week to week, and when you mention the name of Crockett in this area, you're talking royalty, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for our guest ring announcer for this event, David Crockett!
Everybody having a good time tonight? Hold on. It's not over yet. We've got one for you. Ladies and gentlemen, this match is the main event this evening. It's one fall, 60-minute time limit. It's for the CCW Heavyweight Championship. At the conclusion of this match, 8-time Heavyweight Championship Harley Race will present the championship belt. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for this match too, we have a very special referee. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you the Boogie Woogie Man.
And we know the history of Dusty Rhodes against Tully Blanchard and the rest of the Four Horsemen. This is a feud, as they say, quote unquote, that will never end.
Well, look, the heir to the throne in the corner over there. There's Magnum TA at one time. Just him and the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, were just inseparable.
Yes, they were best friends, tag team partners. Magnum TA at one time groomed to be like the golden boy of pro wrestling.
Well, he was the heir to the throne. Look, handsome Jimmy Valiant, special referee. You've got on the other side one of the greatest managers in the world, one of the greatest talents in the world, J.J. Dillon.
Who, by the way, has a fine book out at this juncture.
You know, I love the book. I read a few pages of it earlier today, and it's very, very good.
Dusty Rhodes and Tully Blanchard have been all around the world wrestling each other. Barbed wire matches, cage matches, you name that type of match, and we've been there. And I believe tonight it's bunkhouse rules.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be great. Look, the people love the dream, buddy. Look, they're behind him already.
It's amazing how old feuds don't die.
The past is still the future. I keep trying to tell you that.
Yes, I know that. I did hear that. Tully Blanchard immediately going to his rule-breaking style. Dusty Rhodes turning it around. And it's Dusty Rhodes in charge at the moment. We have two wily veterans here against each other with a veteran referee. Oh, Tully going right to work on that left knee of Dusty Rhodes.
Well, you know, Tully knows a lot of the weaknesses and strong points in Dusty Rhodes. You know, they have fought so many times through the years, and he knows that Dusty's got a bad wheel.
Tully would like to get Magnum TA involved in this very quickly. James J. Dillon wasting no time attacking Dusty Rhodes as the Boogie Woogie Man's attention was diverted.
But you know what? Handsome Jimmy knows exactly what's happening in the ring, baby.
Tully Blanchard looking to get back to Dusty Rhodes. Blocked momentarily by the Boogie Woogie Man, but there's a spinning toe hold. And Tully now turning this into a figure four leg lock.
Wow.
And it's not easy putting a figure four on Dusty Rhodes. James J. Dillon lending a hand here, literally. But you know what? He's one of these managers that are lightning fast. The referee can never see what James J. Dillon is doing.
Well, he's not going to get caught. That's why he's the best.
Jimmy Hart, you're a manager. You were a manager. You are a manager. How important is it for you to be able to divert the referee's attention in a match?
Well, it's not so much that. It's just, you know, you change the momentum of what's really taking place in the ring, you know. When you see the opponent going against your man, and if your opponent has got the upper hand, you've got to stop that momentum. It's like calling a timeout in football.
Very well said. Explained beautifully. Tully Blanchard now kicking away at Dusty Rhodes outside the ring. And outside the ring is a turf that Tully Blanchard excels at.
You better believe it, because you see, that's what, like I said, with him outside, you got J.J. Dillon. All Tully's got to do is roll back in the ring. That gives J.J. his chance to come back to start working on the knee.
Look at all the venom built up by Tully Blanchard here. I mean, there is such a dislike of Dusty Rhodes by Blanchard. You could just see it in every step he takes.
You better believe, like I said, you know, sometimes old habits are hard to break, and feuds never die, especially in this business.
Magnum TA now trying to help Dusty Rhodes up. Dusty limping. Tully Blanchard going right after him. An elbow smash to the head of Dusty Rhodes, punching to Dusty's head. He will not let Dusty Rhodes get back into the ring, and the Boogie Woogie Man doesn't seem to be doing too well, holding him back. Warning Tully Blanchard that he may disqualify him.
But he don't really want to stop the match, because the fans won't get their money's worth, and that's what they paid to see tonight. They paid to see the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, Tully Blanchard, J.J. Dillon, Magnum TA.
That tissue on Dusty Rhodes' forehead, that tissue that's been cut open so many times, cut open again right now as Tully Blanchard viciously punches the forehead of Dusty Rhodes.
Boy, he's bleeding, baby. Woo!
The warrior that Dusty Rhodes is, though. Dusty getting angry, coming back into the ring. Tully Blanchard again right on top of Dusty Rhodes. Dusty getting funky like a monkey, baby. And rallying.
Left. Big elbow.
And there's the bionic elbow.
Another one.
Another bionic elbow that has spelled curtains for so many opponents.
But you see, the Dream is weak right now. He's lost a little bit of blood. He's been worked on outside the ring for about 4 or 5 minutes.
Now Tully Blanchard with a little bionic elbow of his own. Tully kicking Dusty Rhodes. Corkscrews takes Dusty down, and a knee drop to the forehead of Dusty. And now locking him up with a chin lock, Jimmy Hart.
Well, you know what, Dusty's a big man, and it's going to take a lot to weaken him.
Tully also catching his breath right now and trying to cut Dusty Rhodes down, weaken him. Dusty calling for support from the public, and they are rallying behind him. And you know Dusty is a man of the people. When the fans start chanting, like Superman, the power starts coming in.
Well, you know what? Like I said before, you know, the fans, the wrestling fans, they're a very, very important part of our matches. You know, when they get behind you, you've got to really respond. And they help you respond.
Tully Blanchard now going after Magnum TA. TA backing off. James J. Dillon once again interfering and punching Dusty, opening that cut even wider. Tully kicking Dusty in the midsection. Another punch to that bloody area of Dusty's forehead. I'm not even sure Dusty knows where he is right now, Jimmy.
Well, I think the dream of all of these years, you know, like I said, he's very coherent. He knows exactly where he is. This is not the first time he's been around the block, baby.
Well, I, for one, know that, but he was so dazed at that moment. But, oh, Tully Blanchard getting hit really low by the American Dream.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know, Dream knows what he's doing. You've got to really be careful. And, you know, it's kind of like a wounded prey. Look at Dusty. He's really hot now, buddy.
Dusty Rhodes following up, punching Tully Blanchard straight in the face. Again, Dusty with those short arms and taking Tully Blanchard down to the mat. The American Dream now starting to get some of that life back into him.
Well, look at this. Look at Tully now. Tully's back on his feet again. J.J. Dillon looks very, very concerned.
He certainly does, and I would be concerned if I were J.J. Dillon at this point, because it's all Dusty Rhodes. Dusty now working on that right leg. Dusty Rhodes
figure four,
going for the figure four leg lock.
Boy, if Tully gets in this figure four, he's going to be in a lot of trouble, baby.
Those powerful legs of Dusty Rhodes now locking on that figure four leg lock. Tully Blanchard writhing in pain.
Handsome Jimmy is trying to ask Tully Blanchard, hey, do you want to quit? Do you want to give it up?
Tully is not going to quit that easily, but the figure four leg lock applied by Dusty Rhodes. Tully Blanchard is in so much pain. James J. Dillon is looking for some way to salvage this.
Look at JJ, but he's helping out every way he can.
JJ trying to help Tully to the ropes, but Tully has grabbed the ropes. The referee, Boogie Woogie Man Jimmy Valiant, telling Dusty Rhodes he's got to break the hold. And now Tully Blanchard hopes to buy some time, but Dusty Rhodes, just like a cat, right on him again.
I am telling you, man, these last two matches have been phenomenal.
Phenomenal, and this is what you call hardcore wrestling.
Well, two of the best are in the ring right now. Outside the ring, Magnum TA, you've got J.J. Dillon and special referee, handsome Jimmy Valiant.
A suplex by Dusty Rhodes. Once again, dazes Tully Blanchard, but you know what? I think that took something out of the American Dream as well.
Well, you know, he's losing a lot of blood right now, Bill.
The referee going to make the count, but James J. Dillon pulls Tully Blanchard out of danger.
Well, that's what a good manager's for.
Magnum TA taking exception to what James J. Dillon is doing. As you notice, Magnum has not interfered at all.
Look, Dusty is stalking his prey right now. He's got him in the corner. Couple of lefts.
And that bionic elbow again, hitting its mark on Tully Blanchard.
I think Tully's still got some gas in the tank, though, buddy.
So do I. Tully Blanchard in the corner, meeting Dusty Rhodes with a knee to the face. Comes off the ropes, trying to get Dusty down. But
handsome Jimmy squashed in the corner.
A collision. The referee is down. Dusty and Tully are in the ring.
Here comes J.J. Dillon. You better watch it.
JJ getting up on the ring apron. Boogie Woogie Man knocked out. Dusty Rhodes with an elbow on J.J. Dillon, who's now caught up in the ropes. Magnum TA trying to revive the Boogie Woogie Man. Tully Blanchard's got something. Jimmy, what was that? That was the shoe or the boot of James J. Dillon.
J.J. Dillon's boot fell off in the ring. Here comes another referee in. Let's see what's going to happen.
Another referee comes in and makes the count. Tully Blanchard has pinned.
Look, it's a standing ovation. My gosh. Look how the fans turn on the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. This is unbelievable.
He has pinned Dusty Rhodes via the use of James J. Dillon's shoe.
Now here's a special presentation. Harley Race is going to present him with the belt.
Does he want to accept a tainted victory like this? A totally tainted victory here.
And the first ever Carolina Championship Wrestling Heavyweight Champion.
Harley Race in the ring, and he was about to make the presentation to Tully Blanchard, but Tully has scurried out of the ring.
I think his valet is going to accept the belt.
Christine Ricci coming into the ring and telling Harley Race to give that belt to her. Dusty Rhodes getting pushed now by Christina, who now gets slapped in the face by the American Dream.
Woo, boy, the Dream is hot.
Tully Blanchard coming back to the ring. Dusty Rhodes, you better watch your back.
Here comes J.J. Dillon.
It's official, though. Tully Blanchard is the first ever CCW heavyweight champion.
Tully Blanchard's the winner tonight, man. What an upset victory this is.
And I have a feeling that we're going to see a rematch down the line here.
Well, it usually works that way. Christina Ricci, man, what a shot she took.
Confusion reigning at ringside, but it's very clear to us, Jimmy, who the champion is.
Well, the commissioner, or maybe the promoter here, Tony Hunter, he's going to have to really step in to see straighten this thing out.
Well, let's hear what the ring announcer has to say. I think he's got a ruling. Dusty Rhodes taking the mic. Let's go up to the ring.
You bring some woman of the evening off the street up here to come and take this belt. Why don't you come in here and get it if you want it so bad? Come on in here. Come
on. What a sight, also seeing Dusty Rhodes and Harley Race in the same ring.
Plus, along with the special referee tonight, handsome Jimmy Valiant, he's nowhere to be found. Christina Ricci, she got slapped into the middle of next week.
Tully Blanchard not too anxious to get in the ring.
Don't run off. I seen you do this same thing with Baby Doll. I done seen this same thing. Come on, come get it. Come get it. Show her how much guts you got. If you don't show her what kind of man you are, I'll take her back there and show her what kind of man I am.
Whoa.
Dusty Major calling Tully Blanchard out. Tully is in the ring. Bionic elbows, fists.
Unbelievable.
And winding up, and Tully Blanchard's down and out of the ring again. He might be the champ. He may have won the match, but he's lost the battle.
There goes J.J. Dillon, Christina Ricci, Tully Blanchard. They're out of here. I can't see them. People are booing. They're standing up. What's going on, Billy?
I don't think they like that decision very much. The popular vote, they would have liked to have seen Dusty winning the belt, but it's the way it happened. It was the shoe of James J. Dillon that won that match for Tully Blanchard.